Welcome to TDA the day after, the home of... your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the actual culture. And of course, we are hosted by the very best. But to activate our intros, you have to subscribe.
Okay.
You don't know that's how it works.
Silent.
You didn't know Elon Musk was in this shit.
Have you subscribed yet?
The oracle.
Have you subscribed yet? If not, more silence is coming.
For an hour. just us looking at them.
Basically.
All right. So, guys, like I said, of course, we are hosted by the absolute best. Please, everyone, introduce yourselves.
It is the Shade Queen.
Mm-hmm.
The one who wants her man to be respected and rated in the streets. We're not trying to get tested. Martin Royalty.
Yo, beautiful people, it is Koi defending your right to ignore red flags.
Big,
and actually, you know, we were going to talk about this because we spoke about it yesterday.
We're going to get into
But I think there's another thing I want to defend.
Oh, dear.
Defending, breaking up with a person you're dating if your loved ones don't rate them. Putting that out there.
Okay.
We spoke about it.
We spoke about this, we'll get into that.
We spoke about it, so we'll get into
but
that.
There has to be a valid reason.
Guys,
why they're not
first we
rated.
need the Oracle to introduce themselves because the Yusufers are waiting.
All right. It's your boy Big Man Yus, a.k.a. the voice of reason, a.k.a. the Oracle,
Come on.
a.k.a. Mr. Rotations, a.k.a. the leader of the Yusufers, a.k.a. them man there. And we here. Let's go.
Yo.
It's the pauses in between it. I'm actually done.
Do you know what it is? It's the fact that the way he delivers it means we have to keep listening. Because the only one I kind of agree with or entertain right now is the Oracle.
Oracle, I like the leader of the Yusufers.
Yeah. I like
that's sticking.
Yeah.
Voice of reason?
Like 20%?
Voice of reason.
The undisputed voice of reason.
No.
But the thing is, that's a lie because you are disputed.
Like
It's very much.
In my head, I'm
in fact,
undisputed.
recorded on several episodes. That you're
Several.
disputed.
Like, at this point.
Y'all haters, man.
At this point,
Nah,
like,
haters.
come on. Man.
But no, I like your intro. I like how you talk at a very different pace. So we have to stay tuned. Very
I
good
love it.
skill.
You grab our attention.
I'm going to start doing that.
Thank you.
Command and respect.
At one point.
Brent's going to come in my... We need to go.
But yeah, guys, we spoke about a lot off air. Obviously, our brother Margs, you know, we miss him.
Yes.
He's going to be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Going to be back tomorrow.
You know what?
Emman, TBC.
I'll try my hand at Mark's intro.
Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
It's your boy Big Marks from the east side. 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Bring me at Stratford Ends. Don't know, let's go.
What is this?
You know what? I don't know. He was looking for Mark's validation.
I'm like, Marks, was that okay?
Yeah.
I don't know Mark's spirit. Like, is that okay? Yeah, exactly. Keep going.
Do you know what it is?
Keep
You
going.
didn't do the cheeky smile that he does. He
Oh,
does
was it
like
the
this
cheeky smile?
little
Yeah, there's like
smile.
smile. Yeah.
Like he's ready to say something really bad. But anyway, no, that was
That was right? Decent?
That was good.
First
That was
try?
good.
You're
That's
better at
good.
being the leader of Yusufers, but
Damn it.
that was good. We got to keep his presence.
Shout out to
here.
my Killies though. What's that? East side, north side, south side, west side.
Not you just doing
All the
geography.
sides.
I said the whole of London.
Because he's definitely just east
Every
side.
killie in London.
I said northwest. Everybody. So why are you defending people's rights to red flags?
Because it's a very simple answer.
You say, are you defending people's rights to red flags or what was it?
No, defending people's rights to entertain to not run away from red flags. I don't think I made that clear.
It's not obvious.
Yeah.
Now that you said the full thing. Definitely now, please get into that.
Yeah, so okay, here's my thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I should adjust the mic. You know,
Yeah,
it's coming.
here's my
Okay.
thing, right? Red flags.
Yeah.
Danger, right?
Yes.
But also
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Wee!
Yo,
Okay,
now
I get it.
listen, I'm beyond that now. For me personally, I'm very much looking for peace. I told you, I've only dated nice guys. Like, I like peace in my romance.
So you're off
life,
the roller
innit?
coaster now.
Bitch. we stay in the amusement park. But I feel like in terms of red flags, when you think about it, a lot of your growth comes from them struggles.
Yeah.
A lot of your setting of standards comes from them struggles.
Yeah.
And sometimes your best experiences intimately what's the word? Yeah. When you're
Into
close.
something.
When you're close to
Intimately.
something. That's the word.
Okay.
The Oracle, you saw it. I just feel like there is like sometimes we try so hard to avoid red flags, but we ignore the fact that as human beings, that is how we learn sometimes.
Is this in a partner or in yourself?
Or when yourself work on it. It's your job to unlearn whatever
But
behavior
you're
is hurting you.
but you're willing
But-
to accept it other people.
Do you know what it is? You just have, okay, so let me land, yeah?
Okay.
You just have to put a time frame on it.
Okay.
I'm going to indulge in this tomfoolery
Mm-hmm.
for 1 month.
Okay.
set the timer, then leave. You're gonna learn a lot.
But you know how women tend to be. They set the timer for a month.
Yeah.
Next thing they know, it's in 5 years.
No, guys as well. Here's my thing, yeah. When I
Also,
say red flags,
before you carry on,
yeah.
what's your biggest red flag?
Oh, that I've experienced, or that if I see immediately I run.
I can't black people just answer questions in this show.
Both.
Because we need to pass the exam, so we need to know the question.
Both. So, what's the biggest red flag you've experienced?
Okay.
Okay.
The biggest red flag I experienced was trying to like police my behavior.
Okay.
Like, don't make fun. Don't do jokes around like.
Corey
my
not
friends.
do jokes.
Don't
You
like.
know who he was
Don't
with?
be personable. You're meant to sit to the side.
That was it.
Quiet
He was trying to kill you,
and
girl.
stuff like that.
That man-
He definitely was trying to kill. But it's
That is your
not for real.
personality.
But as in, he was like, I want my babe to like be like a quiet.
Guess what?
Okay.
type of
So
thing.
he was trying to tone down your personality, your character.
I think he was trying to kill it. I think
Yeah.
I think at some points in your life you meet people who like the idea of you. I think that happens a lot,
But not the reality
But not the
of who
reality
you
of
are.
you. As in, he wanted. I think he liked the look. He liked all of that, and he liked the reaction I got from people. But I think he wanted that as a trophy. I don't think he wanted an actual
when you're with
partner.
him.
I don't think he wanted
Yeah.
like an actual partner or whatever. So I don't know. Guys talk about this all the time. Like, oh, she loves it. She calls me funny. As soon as we're in a relationship, she doesn't want me to joke anymore. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Okay.
Like, and it wasn't just jokes. It was just being approachable. He didn't like that. But the way he communicated as well was very like shit. And I would say as well, yeah, I think that's enough sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you guys?
No, hold on. There was a two-part
Oh yeah, there's
question.
two-part question. Yeah,
And then the one that's
You're
just
giving AQA today.
in your head that is a red flag. That
that's a red
you
flag.
haven't experienced.
Any kind of like aggressive like behavior. That's, do you know what I mean? We've spoken about we like people having boundaries and standards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like raising your voice, all of that. Because I don't think I'm allowed to do that either. When I was younger, I thought girls could get a pass because it was ever. I don't think anyone should treat anyone like a kid.
Yeah.
So there should be no aggressive touching unless it's consented to, and there should be no like I just no, we're not gonna do that. I will literally not make noise. I would leave and you would never see me again.
Yeah,
like
I love that.
There's no entertaining of it at
Okay.
all.
I love that feeling.
So yeah, that is like my red flags. Okay, you guys are gonna say yours.
And then hold on, this month that you're allowing this behavior to
Yeah.
ride for, what's keeping you?
Can
there?
I say I recommend this for the early 20s? I don't recommend this for like when you're trying to get a mortgage or maintain a job.
Yeah.
But okay, so let me say this: when go in life, you want the best, you want all of that, yeah. But I do feel like when you're on a journey, say you're driving down the Route 66 or whatever, you can do little turn-ins. It's not where you're trying to go, but you want more experience. And I think I think great stories comes from that, great advice comes from that.
Yeah.
A lot of like self-development comes from it as well.
Yeah.
You just need to understand you don't need to live there. Airbnb it.
Yeah, I think if you like someone enough, you're not gonna. Depends on the severity of the red flag. Most people don't run at the first sign.
Yeah, most people don't. Yeah.
Most people ride out because there's other things that they like about this person
But that's what I'm saying.
that are keeping them there.
You're already riding out.
Yeah.
But the reason why it kills you is because you're trying to live there. You're trying to make it work. Nah, this guy is funny, all of this, but I don't think he's very trustworthy, right?
Okay.
Don't apply your whole heart to it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the goods. Like, do you know what I mean? 1 month, enjoy it. Don't allow it to become a poison to you.
Yeah.
Guess what? Alcohol is poison, but in small doses, it survives.
But the thing is, are you also trying to change that person as well?
No,
Or no?
I personally don't believe in trying to change. I've told you guys this before.
Yeah.
I don't believe in trying to change somebody because I feel like that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself and then a lot of maintenance, and your relationship has now become a lot more job than relationship.
Yeah.
I think when someone shows you who they are,
Yeah.
believe them. That's what Kenya said, right? Like when they show you, don't listen to what they say, listen to what they show,
Yeah.
and then act accordingly. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of what I mean. Listen, there's gonna be. I don't say live in the red flag,
Yeah.
but to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes this person knows how to have a good time, whatever.
Yeah.
There's not sayings on here actually kill me. They throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That's a well-known saying.
Yeah, but how do we get there?
As in, like, so a lot of like red flag stuff. By the way, guys, take this advice at your own risk. But I really do mean it. Like, a lot of like red flags, be like, oh, if he does this, cut it out. Yeah, that's if it's like a wine flag, a burgundy flag, like one of them, one of my non-negotiables as well.
Yeah.
But if it's something a little bit that's just a bit irritating,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of good to benefit.
Yeah.
I remember they're not. So this depends if you're like Christian, date intentionally and all of that. Yeah. But sometimes, this whole idea of like needing this to work out can put a lot of pressure on you and make you tolerate a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes take the person for what they are, like, and then act accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did Audrey say on my show? She was like, Don't be a mug, but sometimes be a cup. The end.
I'm not sure if that landed, that joke.
No, it was literally. You have to
I
watch
think
the
it
show.
sounds like
Go
advice.
watch.
not even-
Because I know Audrey's known for her like
Oh no, it
her
wasn't.
jokes
It
that
wasn't a
don't
joke.
really
It was
land.
like an actual development from this kind of conversation. That
In
we
life,
had.
don't be a mug, be a cup. As in a cup is better than a mug. That's what you're saying.
As in a mug,
Like,
you
be
keep
a-
it around disposable cup. You can. It's just for that moment, and then you.
Oh,
dash
you
it
meant like
away.
a plastic cup.
But you know what? If you really don't get the saying, make sure you go and
So
check
you're trying
out.
to get the bottom of this. Okay, Scooby-Doo.
If
No,
you
but
don't,
a
if you
mug
don't get
and
the
a cup.
saying, go check out the Safe Space show on Koi's YouTube. So just make sure people
All right,
get content.
are we getting to your nick of a boyfriend? Or
Whoa.
I thought that's where we'll go next.
Whoa.
Your boyfriend, what is a loser? Your boyfriend, a loser
It's so
boyfriend.
funny that you anyway, I can't tell you why it's funny you say this. But no,
What's funny?
I can't tell you that. But no, my man's is definitely
No,
not
loser.
Well, I was talking about how did we even get that? I think
You
we were
said
talking about-
if Brent didn't rate your guy,
yes.
you wouldn't be happy with it.
Yes, I was basically saying that Brent is someone I really, really respect and absolutely love.
Yeah.
And I was saying how I would want him, obviously I want him to get with my man, but I want him to like, not approve, but approve of him.
Mm.
Like I want him to think he's good vibe and he's good for me.
Mm.
And if Brent didn't think my man was good for me, I'd have to question my man.
Mm.
Because Brent really doesn't think people are bad people. So if he thinks you're a bad person,
Yeah.
why is that?
But there's golden. I don't think Brent doesn't think people are bad people. I think Brent is uninterested in a lot of people.
Yeah,
And then when
facts.
he does find when he
Feel like
finds
he's
something
sick.
that's
Mate, no,
notable
it's a
about you.
Yeah, he was a fact.
Yeah, if there's something that's notable about you, whether it's a good trait or a bad trait, but something
Yeah.
distinctive, then he
Yeah.
has time for you. Then if he believes you're a good person and consistent
Yeah.
in all circumstances, then he has
Yeah.
love for you. So I
But
feel like
I think the uninterested comes though with people that he's
things are doing
if you're not in
pretense.
his proximity or he doesn't have any reason to kind of what's the word? Like have a conversation or
Invest in
relationship with you,
Mm.
then you will be someone who is uninterested in because you're just someone who exists. But I think if it's someone in close proximity,
Mm.
then he will be able to be like, you know, this is someone that I want to have around me. Or,
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I feel like his uninterest comes from people that it doesn't benefit him to. You don't benefit him that he hasn't got a relationship with you. He doesn't
Mm.
have a reason to ever interact with you and stuff like that. So I think that's where the uninterest comes.
Okay.
I don't think that he'll be uninterested in people that he sees all the time or the people that he's in some form of proximity with, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Speak for Brent, like, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I feel it also speaks a lot to your, really comes from your love of Brent. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
This
for
is it,
me,
yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's where it comes from. And I also think it might also be rooted in the fact that I don't know how many like male figures you have that you fuck with heavy. I have a couple. I have a golden crew.
Yeah.
I will definitely say Brent's in there.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I feel like because other people say that about their dad. If their
Yeah.
dad doesn't fuck
Yeah,
with
I
someone.
And what about your older brother?
Yeah, of course.
No, actually, my brother has psychic, but my older brother is my older brother. I'm
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be his little sister,
Yeah.
Mm.
even when I'm like 70.
Mm.
So my brother doesn't like someone. Not because I don't respect my brother's thing, but I know that sometimes it's come from a,
Different
Different,
place.
yeah,
Not even-
different,
it's
yeah.
always gonna come from a protective place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my little sister.
Mm.
So I'm gonna not like be too
Yeah,
close just in case you kind of
yeah,
mess up and need to check you kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, if Brent disrespected my partner, yeah, I might have to lose my
What?
partner.
You mean, what? Oh, what do you mean to your face? Like,
No,
I
well,
don't.
bear in mind,
like,
let's take in Britain's personality. He's not going to disrespect anyone. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if
If
you know,
the disrespect has to
you know what
come-
it is. So think of your mum. You know how your mum really is.
Mm.
Then you know how she is when guests are around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if Brent gave my person after a while
Mm.
guest treatment,
Mhm.
then I would actually ask Brent
Can
like,
you imagine if
what's
Brent gave
going
your partner a dressing down? You
but
got to get
do you know
him
what?
back.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what
Oh
it
my
is?
gosh.
It depends on if he could get back. Because if he
Nah,
can get, no,
that's
wait,
it.
deep
Ooh.
it. If he can get Brent, you remember when Brent called his dad on air?
Oh yeah.
If he can get Brent like rattled, yeah, then we have a force of two powers here.
No, but like imagine.
I think it depends. I think it depends what type of guy your guy is though.
No, but he doesn't have to be like,
Because there's some people that come into this room
Mm.
and Brent is just he's fixated on them, innit? He's interested in them. He's asking them questions.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
tearing them down because
Yeah.
he's invested in who this person is. The person
And also Brent likes to see how things work.
intrigues them as well.
yeah.
Your man just might be a cool guy who Brent's not really doesn't really think
So-
there's more there, and he doesn't really. But he thinks he's cool, but he doesn't really care to.
So
You know what
I
I mean?
have, obviously, Brent knows it's love all day, every day.
Yeah,
I would say out of all three of us, I probably haven't. I think you guys, well, you've known him for years, and
Yeah.
Esther knows him for years as well.
Mhm.
I've known him for like maybe a couple years. I think less than you guys.
yeah,
And yeah, it's love. the way I see Brent, is if Brent didn't fuck with my partner, I would ask questions because Brent is someone I care about and someone I trust his judgment kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
But I would have to take into circumstance. Like I would have to take the whole situation into circumstance. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what it would. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'd have to take the whole situation into circumstance because I wouldn't know why Brent wouldn't like him. So that would be so interesting to me. If it get to a point where it's disrespectful as well, I'd be like, nah, guys, what's going on here? Like,
I think if you didn't rate your partner, he would actually. You know the same way you said that yesterday.
Yes.
How he would ask the question.
Do
you rate your partner?
Yeah,
so you like him, right?
So Koi, you like this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like he'll ask you.
Like, so you're really his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is though? Like I feel like where I see Brent, because obviously I love to make my own decisions. Obviously, so does Esther. But like the way I see it, because it sounded like she wanted Brent to pick up.
She was like, Brent.
That's not what I mean it. But Brent, I would put like Brent, my nuclear family, my favorite uncle.
Yeah.
Those, and then maybe I got like 2 male friends that have just been with me since I was 11.
Yeah.
All of them matter.
Okay.
Like all of them, like what they say would matter.
So
to me.
that's the round table.
Yeah, that's the round table. But do you know why? Also because they're slightly not interested. For them to even have an opinion on my partner, something's happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they've seen me be unhappy, something like because they're not, like some people's families are inner.
Yeah.
So everything gets a reaction.
Yeah.
Brent is like, he loves you, but he's also uninterested unless it's like a red flag.
Yeah.
But you know, I see as opposite because I think because Brent loves me, obviously, I feel like he's interested in that. Do you get what I mean? So it's not like, so if he said something, it wouldn't be that it wouldn't shout out to me louder because Brent usually isn't uninterested.
Yeah.
I would like to think that, and I hope Brent this is right, but I'd like to think that he cares about my well-being in like areas, like all areas of my life. That makes sense because he cares about me as a person.
Yeah.
So so if he made it had something to say, I wouldn't just think that was because, I mean, this is with me. I wouldn't just think it's because usually he's uninterested. So it's like, why have they got your attention? Like, why is this now more? It wouldn't stand out to me as more of a bigger deal than it would generally.
No, but when I say that, as in like, they don't have an agenda.
Okay.
Like this, when I say they're uninterested, I mean they're not invested in things going right or wrong. So if they say something, it's because there's generally something that's caught their attention.
Okay.
Like if things go wrong, Brent will be there for me.
Yeah.
Like I know that for a fact. And if it goes right, Brent will probably be the person that gave me advice in that sense. You know what I mean? But he cares. What would happen is you would come in and you're just a little bit off than usual. You've been off than usual a couple of times. Brent picks it up because he's very attentive, right?
Yeah.
And then he'll ask you questions. Before you know it, Brent has dug to the core of it. I don't know what it is. He asks you 3 questions.
Even Brent, he gets there before that.
He gets it before that. He literally.
Before I look sad about something. But like, something's bothering me and I'm like, sir.
I don't know. I think I'm more open. So I think there would be like a help flag, that kind of thing. Okay. So Brent would be attentive to that. Like I'm not really under wraps. Like if how I feel, you're gonna see it, right?
Okay,
so then Brent will see that and then he will start asking questions. And the thing about Brent, I don't know how Brent does this because he doesn't have all the time in the world. But when you're talking to him, it feels like this is my focus right now. Yeah. Nothing else is really.
Who knows what he's thinking?
Like, who knows? In fact, let's ask
what am I gonna have
Brent,
for dinner?
How right or wrong are we?
I feel like he's thinking, this bitch, just shut up. Leave him already.
I think you guys are right in large parts. I think you're right about the fact that I love y'all is why I'm even investing time in y'all. And that goes for everybody in this room. I think individually you guys can actually attest to that.
Yeah.
You're right. I am very disinterested in a lot of things outside of my sphere. If it does happen to come into my sphere, whether it's because of work or just interest, as Yusuf said, I am super engaged. Super. Because I feel as though if it is, I leave that particular space without interacting, I'm going to basically not be able to sleep. Like I've missed out on an opportunity to just better myself or to, I guess, learn the person, right? I think that everybody who's actually absolutely dope and places himself in the proximity of other people, it's incumbent on the person who actually is interested in bettering themselves to actually acknowledge that. For example, if it is that you're walking on the street and you smell good, I would stop and tell you, wow, you smell good. You know, you made that effort. I want to acknowledge that effort.
Yeah.
If I see that your skin is absolutely glowing, I stop and I say, wow, your skin is glowing. I don't stop to talk. I just stop, leave it, go. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So Esther, 100%. If you bring a man into my life,
Mhm.
I am now invested. I think it's wrong for me not to care about who you are going to be with if
Yeah.
I'm going to be spending a lot of time with you and I hold you there in my heart.
Mhm.
The same with Koi, the same with Yusuf. And that isn't just I'm going to just say things that makes you happy.
Oh, yeah.
No, we know
You
that.
know, Brent.
I wouldn't tell you what to do because you are your own person.
Yeah.
But I will ask you questions. I will force you to answer the questions that you need to be asked, to be honest. And that is what I would say is correct about what you guys are talking about. But I have been present, people. They've been talking and I've been sitting right here. Just so you guys are aware. I didn't just walk in. I've been sitting here listening to this stuff. It's very cringy.
Can I say though, this is turning to the Brent show. We're going to move away from that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
But
so
I will
wholesome.
say, sorry, to the TDA listeners, I know you guys heard that loud and clear. Crisp. You are welcome. That's all me.
I know we got to move on, but one more question, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's just say
Another question.
you guys brought,
Oh, cool. It's got questions.
Damn.
Man.
you guys brought your guys into our sphere, you introduced us to your guys,
Yeah.
whatever. And then we knew, just say these guys had bad reputations,
Mm-hmm.
and we knew of these reputations.
Mhm.
But who knows? They may have changed for you,
Okay.
and this may be their point of redemption.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you expect me or anyone else to tell you the reputation that we've heard or know of this guy? Or leave him to it? Because who knows? He might be changing for you. And
You know-
me telling you might throw a spanner in the works.
It won't, but the thing, it won't first banner to work for me. I would want to know.
Okay.
I want to know because past behavior is an indication of future behavior, and if you're not that way inclined anymore, that will show itself anyway. In terms of like
What if it was a rumor that I've heard, not something I've seen
a
myself?
rumor,
Like,
tell me when it's relevant.
Rumor
Okay.
has it.
so
tell me-
if I know for a fact, like
If-
I've seen it
Yeah.
or heard it firsthand, as opposed to
Do you know what that happened?
it being just
Grapevine.
Yeah.
Chinese whispers.
No, when I say tell me when it's relevant, as in I'm now saying something. Tell me at any point where it's relevant, whether
Yeah.
there's more vim that's coming to this rumor,
Yeah.
or I've said something that lends itself to this rumor. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, bro, like he hasn't hollered in like 3 days, which is so random.
Yeah.
I need like bring all the evidence to court. Me and the jury will decide what's. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? But
Yeah.
I would rather that because for me personally, I promise you, I'm very balanced. It's not something I would act accordingly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I just rather know than not know. I'm not even. Do you know what? Fuck it. I might not even do the right thing with it, but I would rather know. I would rather know.
You, Esther?
Do you know what though? What I would want? I'd want you to have conversations with him. So like, say like we're out or whatever. I'd want you to have conversations with him and kind of gauge if he might still be that kind of person.
Yeah.
Because I know that in emotion, if you didn't tell me and something happened, and I know that you known about like his past escapades or whatever, I'd be annoyed. But that's me just reacting in emotion.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would want to know either because I feel like when I meet someone, I treat them
Brand
as
new.
they are.
Yeah.
Right. So your past doesn't really, unless obviously you're like someone crazy that can abuse or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't hold people to their past just
Yeah.
because I know that I'm not my past either.
Yeah.
Like the way I dated my last situation is definitely how I'm dating now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't hold people to that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to know. No, I think I would want you because you know me, and
Yeah.
I would think it's coming. Even you wanting to tell me it's coming from a place of care
Yeah.
and love.
Yeah.
So I'd want you to kind of have conversations with me and kind of gauge how it is.
Yeah.
And if it was a thing where you felt like, okay, this guy's a bit, I would want you to like have conversations with me here and there where you kind of just slip things
Yeah.
gently, but not say to me like, okay, his last one he did this.
Yeah.
I think that for
Colour
me,
your
I know
vision.
for a fact that will change the way I see him, even if I try not to.
But does the severity of the claim against him matter? So, for example, one rumor might be, oh, this guy's a bit of a player, he's a bit of a whatever. Whatever another rumor was, he's an abuser, he beat up his last girlfriend. In that instance, does it
I
change?
want you to tell me because
Right?
that way,
Yeah.
100%.
yeah, because the way I am, like I tend to, I'm not really a sharer.
Mm.
So say I had an argument or whatever, it was a bad argument,
Yeah.
I'm keeping that to myself.
Yeah.
But if you say to me like, oh, I heard this, like whatever, however you present it to me, if we have an argument and he acts very aggressive, I remember, okay, Yusuf said this. This is he hasn't done anything to me,
Yeah.
but Yusuf said this. This is a red flag. I'm more likely to react to that than I would if I didn't know, basically.
Yeah.
So I think this
is
is
actually
actually the
happens.
severity. If it's like silly rumors or like
Yeah.
rumors about like he was a player before and blah blah, that for me, I don't ask questions to answers I don't want to receive. And I think everyone's past is their past. I don't know whether God has redeemed you in your sleep overnight. I don't know what's happened. But I think the severity, if it's something like abuse and stuff, I definitely want to know.
That's even happened. Not the abuse one, the like being a bit of a player thing. It was years later. I remember I was with my boy and we were waved and we were having such a good time and we were talking about this past relationship and he was like, "Yeah, man." And then he just like let rip some information in it. When I say I wanted to cry, but this particular guy that I was with, he's not the type of guy you cry around, innit? When I say cry, guys, not tears cries, but like actually react emotionally. But I was actually, it took me a second. I had to like within myself actually forgive my boy because I just kind of felt like if it was one of your boys, if it was boy to boy, you would have told him. And me and you, like we fuck with each other. We've been friends since we were like in secondary school. Like I was so upset and I had to process it myself because maybe I didn't have to, but I just felt like he wouldn't even have the range to understand why I was really upset because his whole thing is masculine. Like, I'm not going to be chatting about man's business. And he was like, his stance was, but the thing about you, Koi, when you're with someone, you're into them. And I just didn't know if this was going to even do anything kind of thing. For me personally, it would have. But yeah, I felt let down. So forget the relationship. I think what is me and you. Yeah. And with me and you, if I feel like this is something you would have done in one of your other relationships or just as a friendship, what I think I expect from you. Because you expect different things from different friends. Yeah. And that for me was him falling short of what I expected of him in terms of him sharing that information with me. Yeah. Much like, you know, my red flag story, the past really is like for me, the past. But if there's an inkling of something you're doing in the present moment that suggests that this is not the past, this is today, I would like to know because I ain't got time to waste.
It's funny, I've actually had that before and it was a female friend.
She didn't tell you?
No, but you know what it is, Again, I was like...
upset in the moment.
Wow. No, but I was like, wow, like, basically he did something and then she was like, oh, he's done this before. I know someone who did this too. I said,
so I'm Crossy the Clown.
You know what it is?
But you know what it was though? Sorry, I had to take myself out of my emotional states. And I thought, in what situation could she have actually presented this information to me? It was always going to be relevant to me. Do you know what I mean? Like this would always have been my experience either way because that was, respectfully, that's what he did in another situation. Because the way it came, I never expected it. So even if she had told me, I still wouldn't have been like, oh, okay. Well, I was just like, I never still would have expected because the way things happened, like obviously I can't pay my tea out, but the way things happened, it was inevitable. Yeah. It was not preventable because it was about him, right? So I had to think that, okay, she knew this, but really and truly, in what scenario could she have ever told me? Because really and truly, it's like when you like someone, I think I don't really want to, not even that, but I don't really want, I can't be telling you how excited I am about a guy and I like him, blah, blah. And you're telling me, oh, guess what I heard?
It could come across shady. It could come across shady.
So I thought, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but I feel like in that particular situation, the guy saw the de-evolution. But for me, I think this is why I still love him to this day because I get it. Yeah. I get that. For him, he was like, I didn't even see Koi like a guy, like, and she's with this dude.
You never know, really.
No, he knew. But he was like, I've never seen Koi like a guy, and I don't really, you know what, our relationship wasn't where it was when we were drunk laughing. It was, a couple of years ago, it was still very much the dynamics of boy versus, you know, boys find it hard to be friends with girls, really. Yeah. Now we're like boys, right? But back in the day, I think there was a little bit like, we're still different. Yeah. We're different. And I think, you know how boys, like you say, coddle girls, like, because apparently we can't handle shit. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, that's everything. I don't think you answered a single question.
No, he just posed them.
So what we're gonna do, Oracle, is ask you: is there?
We have to move on.
Okay, we will. Don't worry. People love this.
We ain't going on time.
So you already said that your mum. You already said that your mum is the only person you would actually kind of like properly listen to. If it wasn't,
I'll listen to. I'm not saying I would. For example,
act on it.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely listen and take heed.
You heard something. You heard something mad, right?
He'll be like, take me there, mum.
Yeah. No. You heard something mad, right? I think it's also how it's delivered to you. But I feel like man them are evil. They're terrorists because the way they deliver stuff is often in joke form, which I don't really like.
Mugs have had to deliver bad information.
Imagine imagine a Mugs type person delivering news to you, but he's laughing and kiki and all of that stuff. Yeah. But he's delivering it to you. Everyone already knows you're in this. I'm not talking about anything. But everybody already knows you're in something here. And they deliver something that, especially you're the kind of guy that said 2 Tinder dates and the person's a slag.
One too many.
I didn't say 2.
He said 3+ dates and you a hoe.
And you're a Jezebel. Obviously, we're joking. But yeah, in that situation, what are you doing?
Give me the claim.
Okay. Oh, that's a good point. she is known for paying for other guys' car bills and rent.
Ooh, cool.
She's known for paying for other guys.
Because I'm not gonna say something about cheating. Like, he knows how to handle them things. I'm going for. She pays for like bummy guys' rent and cars. Like, as in, like, she's beautiful and all that, but she's been used multiple times.
She's been used. She's been taken advantage of.
Taken advantage of, but as in, you could know better. Esther would tell her you could know better.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation about it, and I'll ask her why she decided.
They call her the lone man.
You need a loan, you go to that girl.
They said to you, Yusuf, you're dating the lone man.
Okay, I don't think that's a dismissible offense, but it's definitely a conversation. I really want to get into your mind to figure out why you felt that was needed, or why did you do that, and to let you know, don't ever do that again, even if you're with or without me.
What if it's yours?
No, it's not your rent.
I can pay my own.
But you know what's mad? If in your relationship, she's a total princess, would that offend you?
No, but I'm like,
he was out here giving.
I'm like, why were you doing charitable contributions to bumps? Like, what's your motivation behind it? I really tried to get into her mind, like, to why, innit?
Nah, that is a why. What is the thought process behind that, babe?
You know what I mean? You're just out here paying for guys' car notes.
Women are the best. Women are actually the best. Anyway, guys, with that, since we've been talking about picking friends, let's talk about what happens when it goes very, very wrong. Let's head into the first headline. You know what's mad? Brent told me ages ago, don't say head into first headline, say the actual name of the headline.
But then
I feel like we need to let people know that we're switching from joke to serious.
Yes.
All right, guys. So Ghislaine Maxwell sentenced to 20 years. So Ghislaine Maxwell has been sentenced to 20 years in a US prison for helping the disgraced former financier Jeffrey Epstein abuse young girls. Maxwell, aged 60, was convicted in December of recruiting and trafficking 4 teenage girls of sexual abuse. Oh, sorry, trigger warning, sexual abuse. I'm so sorry. I know I'm already in it, but for trafficking 4 teenage girls for sexual abuse by Epstein and her then boyfriend. Epstein killed himself in a Manhattan jail cell allegedly in 2019, whilst he had been awaiting his own sex trafficking trial. Ghislaine Maxwell crimes took place over a decade between 1994 and 2004. Judge Alison J. Nathan, who pronounced the sentencing, said Maxwell's conduct has been heinous and predatory. She added that Miss Maxwell worked with Epstein to select young victims who are vulnerable and played a pivotal role in facilitating sexual abuse. As a result, she said the case called for a very significant sentence and that she wanted to send an unmistakable message that such crimes would be punished. Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer had argued for a term of less than 5 years.
Girl.
Maxwell addressed her victims, saying she empathized with them and hoped her prison sentence would allow the victims peace and finality.
She was disgusting for that, man.
Audacity, can you imagine?
I really thought you were talking about Weinstein at first. I was thinking, when did Weinstein kill himself?
Not Epstein.
Epstein, a lot of people say.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, so a lot of people say, because you know, them kind of predators have groups. They come in wolf packs, right? And there's very powerful people. Oftentimes, they are the linchpin that could bring out all these.
No, but you don't
true
have
colours.
he had a book. A part of it was released when he was arrested and all that kind of stuff. And he had like basically names of people that used to go to his parties regularly. Because his parties where all these dirty things was happening.
Yeah.
And he had like so many people there. Like I think Oprah was in there, Naomi Campbell was in there, Trump was definitely.
Yeah, they were called, I think, to court.
So I feel like he knew a lot.
I think he knew a lot. I think he knew a lot.
They couldn't take that risk.
And he was in bed with the devil. And it was an orgy. I think a lot of people were there as well.
Yeah,
and I think what happens in those kind of situations is that, this guy could actually fuck all of us up. Yeah. So I don't think it's a far cry to kill somebody to protect your reputation in those kind of spaces.
Yeah, in that industry, listen, trust me.
Yeah, I think we actually don't know the tomfoolery and evilness that happens.
It's a madness.
Yeah.
At those levels.
One day we need someone who's like... Someone who's been engrossed in Hollywood and just entertainment to come in here and spill the absolute beans.
Do you know what the thing is, right? Remember when I said weeks ago, that my mom once told me that if you want to change the world, you need to be ready to die? I think, that those people can be disgusted and can separate themselves, but I don't know if they're willing to give up everything that they know and love. People have come out about sexual abuse and oftentimes get seen as a joke. Like, for instance, and we don't know if it's true or not, but the guy in B2K, he came out and
for years.
For years he's been saying the same thing and has been absolutely dismissed and thrown away, right? Then we think about all the people that, and then we have the same mouth. With the same mouth, we say everyone knew about R. Kelly. Why didn't no one say anything? Possibly people did, and when they did, the powers that be crushed them to the ground.
Yeah.
It was easier to just distance yourself from R. Kelly and do nothing. But people say bad things happen when good people do nothing, right? So
Facts. Facts.
we all, I think a lot of society, not just the predators, but a lot of society enables this behavior, especially when power and money play a role.
I think money and power is a huge factor in why people don't come out and say anything.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's one person that's going to be, before you find out this person and put them to rights, there's going to be tons of people that tried to speak out before that were crushed. Lives destroyed.
They're afraid to lose their livelihood. If they speak out, now I'm going to be blackballed, blacklisted, ostracized from the industry, lose my money, and they're not willing to take that risk.
And people that are truly blackballed don't look like they're being blackballed. They look like they're problematic and it's their fault.
Yeah, Monique.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean?
I mean, she do be wilding.
She do be wilding.
One day we have to dissect Monique's whole thing.
Monique, do you want to come on? Thanks. The thing about Monique,
she came on here, she'd be actually, I can't say my shit. She would call me by my Yoruba name. You know how she did Leonard? Listen, now you're calling me
Leonard.
The thing about Monique, this is what I'm saying as well. Whoever you are before you hit success, is it possible to...
Koi's hotline blinging, just to let you know what's happening behind the scenes.
How did you even see that?
No, you heard it.
It's a no call ID. Can I pick up?
Let me have my moment.
Can I pick up?
I heard it too.
But anyway, bad people are bad people.
Yeah.
But yes, let's head into topic of the day where we discuss. He wants to get into it. Brent wants to get into it. Can I intro it?
Yeah.
All right then. So obviously, I think one of the reasons why TDA is big and going to get even bigger is because our community are vocal. There's four voices, maybe 6 voices in this room, depending on holiday. But there's like hundreds of you that contact us and let us know your opinion, right? Not Brent sitting down.
We have to introduce you.
We introduce this. Right, cool. So
got the iPad out.
I'm gonna take us there. We're gonna
take me there.
All right then. Okay. Oh, cool. So yesterday we had Rashid come on, and Rashid spoke a lot about his current situation with Mike GLC or Mike Glick, depending on if you know about the music scene or not. And yes, we obviously read the comments, and you guys are entitled to have your opinion. That's what we want. And I believe somebody by the @ZZZ or Z, had like and we love that, by the way. They had a lot to say. And so for the people here that do read the comments, we decided we're going to come here today and we're going to address it because we are very much about... Well, Brent's going to tell you what we're about on several levels. But yeah, so Brent is sitting down here today, guys. Okay. If you don't already know who Brent is a ninja. He loves he's a ninja behind the scenes of many of your favorite podcasts and content. He's a visionary. He's an amazing friend to all of us as well. He's an amazing annoyance to all of us. As well. He's the same.
You're too quick with the facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Very loud.
But we love him, and we also respect him. But also, Brent don't take bullshit. And if Brent doesn't think something is true, or if he feels like his name has been addressed, he's not scared to come and talk about it.
Yeah, why do you think I'm my man?
Do you know? It's true. It's making more sense now. Brent, the guy might have to have an interview with you. But Brent has a lot to say. So we're going to recap yesterday's interview, talk about how we felt it went, talk about how Z felt it went as well. And then Brent is, going to let us know what he thinks. Obviously, as somebody who's very well versed in YouTube copyright and content. So let's get at it. Don't ever accuse TDA of being scared to talk, baby.
Okay.
All right, cool.
How are you doing, Brent, today?
This feels great. Oh my God.
This show's actually been about you.
Brent, this is crazy.
It's weird seeing him sitting there. It's
it
so
is
weird.
weird seeing him.
I'm
Brent, are you okay?
This vantage point isn't normal for me.
No?
Oh my God.
I normally see you over there.
All right, cool. Let's get into it. So,
right.
Sorry, do you know what's kidding me? Is the fact that I know they're dying to see your face and they can't. And there's going to be comments we're going to have to address tomorrow.
Face?
No, it's not.
I'm still switching the cameras. Don't worry.
Okay, that's cool.
No,
I love
this
that.
is on Esther. This is on Yusuf. All right, cool. So
I can't do this.
No, I'm not here.
I'm gonna
behind the scenes, basically, I would let you guys know what's going on. Reporting live. Koi is trying to take cheeky little snaps of Brent, and Brent has disallowed it.
And Koi don't give a fuck.
All right, so Yusuf brought to my attention a comment on YouTube, and I think it's important for us to basically address certain things, especially if it is that we had just had a guest on. just so you guys know, I've reached out to Mike GLC.
Yeah.
For an opportunity for him to come on. We can't control what people come to say. We ask them questions that we want to know, and we ask them questions that we believe that the people want to know, but we can't control what it is that people open their mouth and say. If they lie, they lie. If they don't, they don't. If you watched yesterday's show and you felt that Rashid was lying, that's on you. I'm not saying that he did or he didn't. That's you guys' opinion. You guys watch our show every single day and you decide what is true and what isn't anyway. And you guys let us know. But only reason why I'm sitting here today is because I have personal experience with uploading content to Link Up TV.
Yeah.
And I think I made a couple comments yesterday based on what I believe to be obvious because I know it. Maybe that was unfair to people who don't know about this particular procedure. But because I've walked through this particular procedure with my group is actually called The New Black. And yes, ironically, it is what our startup is called. It's an evolution of what it is that we started in 2013. Now, on Link Up TV, I have uploaded probably 13 odd videos. Each of those videos I hold copyright to. Now, before we even wanted to drop any videos online, we were dropping videos via TuneCore, which is kind of like DistroKid. I think somebody mentioned DistroKid.
Has TuneCore been around for that long?
TuneCore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was new.
They've been around for some while. And that's how it is that we got our music on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, DistroKid, TuneCore, companies like these handle all of the royalties attached to any song that an artist has. Now, this is the process that we went through as artists. We created music, and me, myself, I sent a copy of every single song to myself. For example, I got an envelope. I put the audio on CD. I burnt it to CD. I put it in the envelope. I sealed it. I took it to the post office and did a recorded delivery on that particular envelope and sent it to myself. That's called a poor man's copyright. I don't open that particular envelope at all. I still have it. I haven't opened it. If at any point in time anybody comes and claims any of our tracks, I can basically hand to the judge and say, I have not opened this. It's signed, sealed. Here it is. Open it now, play it, and you'll see that this original was dated before that particular thing was dated. Now, this exists because a lot of people don't have money to basically go and copyright everything, right? You don't have the knowledge of doing that. So this is the most basic right that any artist has, and it's very cheap. Many people don't know about this. I hear that. But I knew that when it is I'm going into this particular space, this industry, I've heard so many stories of artists getting ripped off. It's evident. You hear so many stories, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on documentaries of people getting ripped off. So I pursued as much information as possible, and I guess, delivered on that. I basically did what I needed to do with what I had, basically, which was nothing at the time. Now, that's that. Now, we wanted to now, deliver music videos. So we didn't have any audience whatsoever. We saw a big channel like Link Up TV, SBTV. Grime Daily was Grime Daily at the time. And we basically contacted them via email. How do we get onto your channel? Because we know that you have amplification. You have a big showcase of artists, and we want to be on that platform, right? We want exposure. Now, in our heads, we thought it was just a case of if they liked us, they would just put us on. But when we got emails back, it was, okay, here's the fee. And I saw it as, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
We want a service that you guys have built up over however many years. I need to pay for this particular privilege. I understood that principle. What I also understood was I don't want the first instance of this particular body of work being put into a public forum, being published on Link Up, Grime Daily, or SBTV. Because I know about, like I said, due to research, as soon as it's published, that person can claim copyright of it.
Okay.
This is now an audio-visual product. This is not just audio, it's audio-visual. So what I did, I first of all published it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And then I made it private. So there is a record, a digital record of this particular copyright first on my channel. Do you understand? Then I made it private. Because what Link Up TV said at the time, this can't exist on any other channel when you give it to us. Okay. I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
YouTube channels get money based on advertising. And you've built up your platform with millions of followers. It wasn't millions at the time. And the only way you can benefit from this content coming on is that people are viewing it, right? Yeah. I didn't have any followers. I want their followers to look at my content. I pay for that. But I am going in good because if at all we blow up off the back of putting on Link Up, I now have some form of gravitas. I have some form of clout. I may not need to use Link Up down the line if it blows. But better than that is I owned that particular right to monetize that video. Base 79 is one of YouTube's biggest partners. It's not a Link Up thing. It's not a SBTV thing. It's not a Grime Daily thing. They literally represent millions of YouTube channels that are big and say, all right, cool, we want you guys to come and handle our content ID authentication. And that's basically what they do. They basically register all of these videos on, let's just say, I'm Rashid. I come to Link Up TV and say, all right, cool. We see you guys have a massive following. Would you guys like us to handle your monetization? We will basically make sure that nobody else on this particular YouTube plane uses this content that's on your thing. Because the more people go to your video, the better for your revenue.
Yeah.
If it exists elsewhere and that particular platform is bigger, then you lose out on the money that you would be getting on this particular platform, on a particular channel. So we handle all of that. And because we're partners with YouTube, as soon as it is that you contact us, we take it down elsewhere. So we are the content ID police. And they're partners with YouTube. They're literally partners with YouTube. They're one of the biggest partners of YouTube, but a lot of people don't know about this. So when Rashid says that, look, yeah, we have a partnership with these people, it's not because we've pulled you in and we've sold any content to you. You are looking after our best interest. You are serving us. Yes, we have to give you a cut because it's a service. But anything that we have on our platform, on our channel, if it's published, digitally published there first, we have a right to monetize off it. Now, one can say, rightfully so, that's a bit cheeky because they didn't create the content.
Yeah.
And they're getting money from it. And you can also say, you've also charged people up front on the front end to get this particular content displayed on your channel. One could say that. But one could also say is, you saw that Link Up TV has a big audience and you wanted that exposure. You're paying them to expose you to that exposure.
It's an investment.
100%.
Yeah.
What you should do, and what Link Up TV probably isn't, I guess maybe you can say this cheeky, they could tell them, first of all, publish it on your YouTube channel. So if it does blow and you want to basically monetize it after the fact, then give it to us.
Also, quick question, just as a layman.
Yeah.
Whatever. So are you saying that if I create a sick music video, Koi and Koyette, give it to Link Up, it blows, Link Up obviously it's on their channel, so they monetize that.
Yeah.
After the fact, if I was to upload it onto my channel, Because what she said in the Pound Sterling
Yeah.
interview
Yeah.
was that yes, it will get flagged, but
Yeah.
just email us and we'll release it, and then you can make money.
All right. So that he would only do that if one, he's friends with you. Because he has no right to basically own your content
Mhm.
morally.
Mhm.
Morally.
Mm.
Do you understand? Because you created it. But if you don't publish it anywhere digitally,
Okay.
he can do whatever he wants until you make it known to him. Hey. Look what you're doing. I know my rights.
Mm.
Stop doing that. And that's why he said, look, if you have a problem, bring your legal
Brings
team.
it,
We'll have a
yeah.
discussion. If this wasn't able to be resolved, he wouldn't say, let's have a talk about it. He knows that what is happening, it's something that I guess could be ethically wrong. Do you understand?
In that talk, do you think there would have to be compensation? Let's take
If
the
you
out of
can
it,
prove,
just-
and this is what the whole legality thing is, if you can prove
Mm.
that you own that particular
but it's my
copyright.
song.
No, but that's where publishing it first comes in.
This is
then,
what I'm
isn't
saying.
it?
Now,
Mm.
if I'm a morally bankrupt person,
Mm.
I don't care if you created it. I know I didn't create the song. I know I didn't create it. But
That's
remember,
crazy.
you've used me. You've
Yeah,
used my
use
platform.
But your
You've used my
benefit-
sweat and tears.
But your benefit is being one, the hub of this of like music coming up. Two, getting it monetized. Do you know what I mean? That was the exchange, wasn't it?
And
No.
you agreed with the exchange when
Yeah.
you,
When you paid for it to be on your channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you benefit from that, but you shouldn't get to benefit from my song like in only. You shouldn't be the only
In
benefit.
perpetuity.
Well, yes, you should be the only person benefiting from my song. Because the reason why I put it on your platform was so that it could boom, more people could see it. So that and I paid for that, so that I can then leverage that to continue to.
No, I
grow.
agree with you if everybody in this room are like high morally sound individuals.
okay.
Yeah, but
Do you
in the
understand?
business world,
business
this
world.
is business.
So your
Yeah.
advice, just to say in
I'm
English,
100%. Look,
is upload
this
your
happens
shit
with every
first.
single content creation algorithm. And
Mm.
that's what Link Up TV, Gram TV, SBTV. And this is why I was so curious about the SBTV thing. Because if Mike GLC is saying that Jamal, rest in peace, offered a different thing, I'm like, wow, kudos to Jamal. Because
Couldn't that be seen as buying it though?
buying what?
So if Jamal gave money to somebody for their video, and everything that's happened happens, he makes money from it as well. Does that mean there's less expectation of him to do any of that clearing the copyright for the artist because he's paid for it in a sense? Or do you just give money as a kind
Goodwill
thing?
gesture.
No,
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
I guess it depends on where you come at this from, because royalties are royalties. I mean, this particular thing exists on its channel forever. So forever, I can monetize from it.
Okay.
So those checks that keep coming in for that particular track, depending on if the artist, continues to get bigger and bigger, it's going to expand. He's going to get more from that.
Mhm.
An artist can then come and say, look, I'm really, really doing well. I'm doing you a favor. You need to start cutting me in on this particular thing.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's then on him to be like, yeah. I actually like this. I actually want your custom. I actually want you to drop some more stuff on here. Let's work out a deal here.
Mm.
Do you understand? Because now it's a win-win. It's a quid pro quo. But these small artists from the very beginning, it's not a quid pro quo for the channel. You are paying for exposure. So we are helping you. This is your payment.
Yeah.
If you blow, cool, 100%.
Well,
Even then, some artists then say, no, I kind of see that you've already given me the thanks I needed, to be honest, because you've exposed me to this, that, and the next.
yeah.
I'll leave it there. And then I will use the clout I have now to put on my YouTube channel and then grow it from there. Do you understand? Because every single YouTube channel is the same. You don't get paid outside of that. It's just ad revenue. It's literally just ad revenue. So I could understand why Mike is upset if he doesn't know who Base 79 is. Him saying that Rashid sold his copyright, that's wrong. And it kind of told me he didn't even copyright his own crap. If he had published that particular Scorcher track on his channel first and then gave it to Link Up, he could easily dispute the claim. He could easily, because he has evidence, that digital evidence that he published it digitally before it landed on Link Up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the easiest way for him to resolve this, is just show evidence that this was published here before. I could understand also why he's pissed with Rashid, because I shouldn't need to be doing this with you. You know me. Just run this particular copyright back to me. And I think Rashid's now saying, you put money on my head.
I thought Rashid said he unblocked it.
For him to be able to, but then he took it back again.
The thing is, the money on my head thing,
That's wild.
I think it was a very empty, this is my opinion, it was a very empty gesture. I don't think there was any real, there was nothing really behind it. He said it in a moment out of anger. I think Rashid knows that, but he does feel disrespected by the actual, whatever. But I don't feel like Mike GLC actually is out there saying, yo, if you do XYZ, I'm going to pay you XYZ. You know what I mean?
Now, the vibe I get from Rashid is one I can maybe relate to, because I don't trouble anyone. I don't know Rashid's character. He kept on saying he's a good guy, good guy. I'm not out here screaming I'm a good guy. I let other people speak of my character. I don't look to broadcast like that.
Yeah.
So when he was there saying I'm a good guy, I'm thinking, interesting. But I place myself in a position. If somebody disrespected me in that manner and in such a public way, I mean,
Or the whole
100%. The first thing is you telling me I have now put a bounty out on your life. I'm not your friend anymore. And I've never given you reason for you to act so obscure.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, I would never do what Rashid supposedly did if I had a relationship with Mike.
Yeah.
Right? I have this particular philosophy that there is too much money for anybody to be. Yeah, it's just too much out there.
Yeah.
There's just too much out there. And I'm all about building relationships and maintaining those relationships than destroying those relationships.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And especially seeing as this Mike guy is such a gifted artist. He is such a gifted artist. And he's heavy in ownership now as he's going into Web3. I hear him talking a lot about blockchain and NFT. So this is why I believe he's so passionate about ownership.
Yeah.
So passionate about ownership. But he needs to admit that he did something wrong, and the person who he expected to do the right thing doesn't owe him anything. And because of how things transpired, Rashid is now, I guess, being petty and saying, nah. You've looked to destroy my entire life. You've taken this where you've taken it.
Yeah.
I can't respect you after that. I think what was briefly mentioned was also the Benny Bags thing, where Benny Bags publicly came out and did what he did. And that money got run back to him, right? Benny Bags and GLC is very different.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Who got the money?
Yeah.
Context for the listeners, please.
For the civilian.
In your words.
Benny Bags.
But,
Yeah,
like,
but
what's the difference?
context for the listeners.
I was just asking, what was the Benny Backs?
Yeah.
What was
situation?
his legal approach towards getting his money back?
I'm not sure about the legal approach. I just know he went online
And
and said,
What does that
run
mean?
the money back.
Was this for a video?
I don't know. I haven't got a
Okay.
clue. Don't use me as your fountain of knowledge here. I just knew that there was a little kerfuffle. I think at the time Meters After
Yeah.
7 covered it.
I can't stand
Did we
him.
did we
I
cover
think
it?
you all did. Yeah.
Oh.
And there was a little rattling of the cage,
Okay.
and money was given back to him, and he said, "All right, cool, got my money. I'll
you
go
think-
back now."
In your opinion, do you think that if this went to court, as Mike is saying it will, do you think that he's actually got any leg to stand on?
100%. And
Okay.
Until they showed a video of him putting money on someone's head. Isn't that gonna?
No, you're just talking about the
I'm talking about
copyright.
the-
You're not talking
just
about the
the
threats.
Okay.
Because he could get, I guess he could get jailed for that.
I don't think he'll go there. Like you said,
Yeah.
everyone's
Nah,
reaction
it's
to that.
if
Yeah.
thing it says that he feared for his life.
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
threat, it's
But
assault.
as in, everyone's immediate reaction to that let me know that it wasn't something that was well received, but it's not something that.
No, baby.
Anyone really took serious.
different in
No,
that.
that doesn't matter. Police don't worry about
The most
those
drama we get is
nuances. You've said, here's the money I'm going to put on your head.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can't know.
But if someone said, "Here's the money I'm going to put on your head," I would expect a bit more of an explosive reaction.
No, but all
because-
Rashid has to say, all Rashid has to say is that he felt threatened,
Mm.
and that in the
Or
court
to
law,
play the game. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that in itself is assault. So assault isn't someone hitting you. Assault is fear of harm. So if he says that,
Okay.
yeah, I feared,
Mm.
that is already assault.
And he has prior. I think he was selling drugs to Talisa sometime ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a police.
Yeah. So it's not a thing that he would be seen as a good guy in the
like
sight
if I
of the
put
law.
someone money on someone's head.
No.
No,
no.
Esther, if
If
they,
you
have,
with love,
if
with
they
me.
watch this show, you might go down for 20 years. I can't. But I hear what you're saying.
Imagine.
Yeah. So
So yeah.
yes, I do believe that if he were to pursue it
Mm-hmm.
without the murkiness of the behavior attached to it, I believe that there could be something to be had here. Now I can't speak on why Rashid didn't want to talk about
The business side of things.
the dissolving of the Link Up TV, the subterranean. That's him and this and next. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care. It has nothing to do with me. And again, this is what's going to happen on TDA from time to time. People are going to come and not give us the information after we've asked them for the information.
But we're going to
We are
always
not-
ask.
Yeah.
We can't basically govern how they respond to it.
Yeah,
It
and
will
we-
be interesting though because sorry,
No, go on.
because the way it's looking is that Mike's trying to do like a class action.
Mm.
So that will be interesting how that plays out. 'Cause
And-
you're gonna get more
and that's the beauty of
people.
it. That's the beauty of it, because there will be people who have more rights and who would have proof
Mm.
and less murky, less I guess colored in unfavorable opinion as
Yeah.
than Mike GLC. And yes, 100% it is possible for them to have some sort of win,
Mm.
because when it comes down to it, it's all about, did you create this? All right, this was unfair. Yes, base 79 hold some content ID for this, that, and the next. That's because it existed for the first time ever
Mhm.
digitally on Link Up TV.
Yeah.
So in their mind, they're not doing anything wrong other than serving their client.
Yeah.
Once they find out that, okay, this was uploaded without permission, then it's a thing. And that's why I guess he's saying, bring a legal team and we'll talk. Bring a legal team and we'll talk. Because if it's a big artist, they don't want any of this, because that artist is going to basically win. If it's a small person, they probably know you're not going to go and get a legal team to do this, that, and next.
That's
Do you understand?
unfair though.
I
Morally,
hear that.
Yeah.
Morally, 100%
in a
sketchy.
nice world, that's not nice.
Morally, it's sketchy, but you have to basically understand the time in which it is. This was what Link Up TV, SBTV. Time they started, it was so beneficial to artists to even have their content on a platform like this.
Yeah.
Now you have more means to basically get yourself out there. You
Yeah.
got TikTok to blow, and then you don't.
Yeah.
But back then, there was such a valuable resource for up and coming artists. The whole creative economy has changed greatly since then, and it's incumbent on everybody in this room, being as you guys are creatives, to get clued up on your rights, to get clued up on what you need to do to make sure every single aspect is ticked, every single nook and cranny that people could look to take advantage of.
Yeah.
You know right from the very jump. When it is that you guys had your contract, I made sure that you all had legal representation.
Yeah.
Even then, you'll still ask questions. Some of the jargon I didn't even flipping understand. I didn't even understand. But it's very important, especially if we're doing this thing together and there's so much money out there for us to be scribbling and scrubbling over things that we don't need to be scribbling and scrubbling over.
Yeah.
Everybody should basically get educated, and as many people as you can pass the information on to, also pass the information on to them as quickly as possible.
Definitely.
If you don't like them, then don't tell them.
Yeah. You don't need to hear this.
And also, it's very likely that the new Black will be doing creative
100%.
where Brent will be bringing in and because it's an amazing network of people we have. I haven't even asked Brent this, but let's go.
No,
I'm sure this is
on
your mind, but like Brent is going to bring lawyers, artists, creatives in many different parts
Break
of
it
the industry.
all down. Dumb it all down.
People and they're going to put it in English, not Queen's English, because we don't care about that.
Layman's
English. That's what we're gonna do. And that way you guys will be able to come through, ask questions, zoom in, and just make sure like we actually care that people get their just due. So
can I say as well, because you started off saying about kind of when we have interviews and people say, oh, you guys didn't ask this, you guys didn't ask that, blah blah. That's why you all need to join the community when it's up and running, because then we can tell you what guests we're gonna have. And then we can ask you what questions you have for them.
You could even, we're not zoom in live, but in the new...
we'll have a little segment where you open up the phone lines.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But can I ask, what does say?
Okay, sorry. Can you read the comment?
All right, cool.
Not you having it loaded and ready. You're so messy.
No, I did that.
No, I was reading it just now to make sure that we covered everything.
I want everyone to know that Yusuf is half presenter, half producer at all times.
And half annoyance.
Also,
that's 3 halves.
Triple Z is actually low-key the oracle because he predicted this.
Are you sharing your title?
Well, he inspired this.
What's happening right now, he predicted. But he said the way he said it was like... Okay,
you're sharing your title?
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't see Esther calling people queen, and I've never called anyone big. So,
wow.
Because you are selfish. All right, cool. I thought you lot were meant to get into and debunk things properly, especially when people come on. Disappointed in this, man. You just let Rashid deflect. Should have made him actually explain Wagwan for that base entertainment company and get into why artists aren't getting money from videos that they upload to link up. You lot just allowed him and Brent to basically be like, it's common sense, standard procedure not to pay. Rashid has previous bullshit with paying people, but you didn't do research and question him on it. You have an audience, therefore should have made him explain himself to your audience word for word. You let Rashid control his own narrative on this rather than actually using your analytical and debunking skills, brackets, which you've all shown that you all possess. In order to clarify this issue, I fucked with this show, but this felt a bit biased, I'm not gonna lie. Proper disappointed, proper stepped on eggshells around him, LOL. Embarrassing. But you lot will come back with your strong analysis so that you guys will come back the next day with your strong analysis, shaking my head. Now I can't take you lot seriously when you're debunking and getting into ish, especially when guests come on.
Triple Z.
All right, so any questions based on that you feel I haven't answered?
So I read the book because I want to clarify again that artists, even though when Rashid was saying yesterday, it's common knowledge. Yeah. I felt like in business, especially someone who owns such a big company like that, he shouldn't base his interactions or his dialogue with people on they should know.
Yeah, but is it incumbent on him to basically tell people?
I'm going to get to that.
He should tell people exactly what it is.
Should he?
Can I say?
Because one more thing before that. To me, it is common knowledge, but in business it should be told that artists don't get paid from music videos that they upload on another person's channel. If you pay Link Up TV to upload your video because you want to get the exposure from their channel, you're not going to get paid from that. That should be explained to the artist 1,000%.
All right, I agree that you say that.
Oh, sorry.
I also say that every single artist who've put their content on Link Up would know this because they've not got paid.
Yeah, so
and they go back for repeat custom.
I believe that artists all know this.
Yes.
General public don't know this.
Yeah, but
artists know this.
Who's been slighted here? The general public or the artist?
No, I'm just going off what he said. I think he kind of wanted us to explain in layman's terms why artists don't get paid for music videos.
All right, that's a different question.
Yeah.
That's a different question.
Okay, cool.
So why artists don't get paid from Link Up is because Link Up have decided not to give them a piece of the ad revenue.
Yeah.
Can I say
whether that's moral or not? That's their decision.
Yeah.
Can I say though, yesterday, just to address some of the things Triple Z brought up, Koi and I did ask him. We did try to get into the monetizing thing and get into the fact that we tried to ask why is it that they don't get paid. He definitely was deflecting because at one point it was like it almost felt as if like he was kind of taking it personally that we kept asking him that. Also, I will say, when an artist comes, we can ask them whatever we want. Any guest that comes, we can ask them whatever we want to ask them.
Mm.
But all of us, I physically cannot enter somebody's body and draw out the words. Because when it comes to the point you just brought up to Brent now, yeah, I said that to him. I said, because if we brought it up twice, I remember Corey and I during the interview, and I remember we even ended with it on a, don't you think moving forward, you should have some kind of standard contract or something that artists can read so they understand how this works? Because I said to him, I said, you're saying it's common sense. I said, well, that's because you have that knowledge. Because you are in the industry. So we did say all this to him yesterday. And I still believe that him saying, oh yeah, it's common knowledge though. It's obvious though. It's not. It's not flipping obvious because it's obvious to you because you know that you're in that. If anyone asks about anything podcasting, I will know because I podcast. It's not obvious to someone who doesn't. Or it's not obvious to someone who's just starting a podcast or who says, can I come on your podcast as a guest? Like, do you get what I mean? So that's what we did say that to him yesterday. But I think that maybe be a bit more gracious to us hosts because really and truly as well, we're the ones in the room, we're the one feeling, and I'm not saying Rashid was bad, but he was very, very lovely guy. Yeah. But like we're the ones in the room feeling, we know what the temperature and what the energy is like in the room, right? But regardless of whether we ask them, we can ask anyone anything in the world. If they don't want to answer it, this is not a platform, we're not a platform for bullying. We're not a platform to make anyone feel uncomfortable. We will let you know. If it feels, we wouldn't intentionally make people feel uncomfortable. If I ask you something that makes you feel uncomfortable, respectfully, that's a you problem. But that's not because any of the hosts are going to do anything to make someone feel uncomfortable. So, Triple Z, I appreciate you for listening and whatever and leaving a comment. And I know that you're saying that we're going to come back here and defend ourselves, but that's because you've given me stuff to have to defend. I cannot get words out of a person who doesn't want to give me the words. And he did say he doesn't want to talk about the business stuff, the legal stuff that's going on. What are we going to do?
I think it's also different because our whole thing here is to just be ourselves. There's no rule like agenda. There's nothing we're trying to protect. In fact, we even overshare small. We'll talk about that another day. But I feel like when you're talking to a guest, usually there's things that they're trying to protect.
Yeah.
This is not their job. They're not going to come here tomorrow. They are caring about consequences beyond what we 100%. Know. Like, in my opinion, I do not know Rashid. I do not know his business like that, right? But in my head, this is an interview. Cool. I have a point here to let people know that I'm not going to validate Mike GLC's claims and stuff like that. I just want to end this here and move on with my life. And this has upset me. Yeah. But I think what I saw him protect was the operations of his business.
Yeah.
The benefits from people. There's an advantage when the person you're dealing with doesn't have the same amount of knowledge as you. Yeah. Protecting that dynamic. Yeah. Not because I'm not saying it's ill intent, whatever, however you want to say it's how you want to say it, but he's a business person and his win is not sharing everything that our win is being our authentic selves on this platform. Yeah. His win is not that. His win is
protecting business. Yeah. Protecting legacy.
And I feel like the TDA, look at I'm so proud of our comment section that my sister tells me about anyway, in terms of you lot have opinions. We allow for that. We encourage that. But there's also grace for you guys to be able to see. Like you were able to see everything you said, I feel like is one side of the fence. Because what you could have also said is, all the things he didn't say, what do I get from that? And that's what you got from watching the show. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. As I'm listening to that, I feel like, for me personally, there's some takeaways there. Yeah. Like, maybe, should we have pushed more, this and that? But like Esther said, we know the temperature of room. And the last thing we want is a conversation ending a particular way or...
On a Birdman
Do you know what I mean? My man has a channel, he has a Channel U documentary coming and he's coming back to talk about that. He said he's going to come back, yeah. Do you know what I mean? This is an ecosystem. It's not about scorched the earth anytime things don't go the way we want. So I would say everybody in this room has a shitload of experience. It's all coming together to create great content. Trust us, but never stop sharing what you think. We appreciate that comment. So thank you for doing that.
Did you say who you reached out to? You didn't. I can't remember if you did on air or offline.
Mike GLC.
And
I've reached out to him so he can come through. Because 100% his name was slandered a bit.
Yeah.
And 100%.
A bit. Do you want to say that
doesn't show us being biased. I think even yesterday, I remember you specifically made it clear, like, listen, I'm not on anyone's side. When I say you, but I don't know if you camera shame, but Yusuf, you made it clear that I'm not on anyone. I'm just asking because I need the information. So I don't think that we're particularly sided. We don't people don't come on here and we automatically take your side because you're the story we're listening to.
Respectfully,
The fact that we even want
none
to
of them pay my
hear
bills.
Mike's.
Yeah, precisely.
Like neither of them pay my bills.
You're louder.
Precisely.
I just
Do you get
wanted
me?
them to
So-
share. But honestly,
But we take on the criticism.
we actually
absolutely.
do. But I
She
feel
said,
like
thank you.
moving forward, because we still gonna be us. Do you know what I mean? We're still gonna ask the questions that we care about. I asked about his dating life. Do you know what I mean? Like we ask.
Okay.
We literally bring ourselves into it. But honestly, we do really appreciate.
We
For you to
definitely do.
write a whole paragraph, and I didn't even see any spelling mistakes. Was there spelling mistakes? I
No,
didn't
it
even
was-
see
it was all good.
Look, for you to do all of that, you care, and we
Yeah, we do-
appreciate
Triple
that.
Z, we
do you know what I
definitely
mean?
appreciate you.
Yeah,
But
for real.
I think just understand our position a bit more.
But I actually want to answer all his questions. I
You
want him
did.
to give the nod. So do you feel as though every
Z?
single thing that he
I think
wants
send
to
a voice
know?
note, Z.
Yeah, Z, send
we
a voice
didn't-
note
If we
in.
missed anything.
Brent wants to feel validated.
No, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, you know what it was?
So you know base
He,
79, right?
he basically was more so critiquing us and telling us how
We
disappointed
could
he
have
was.
pushed more.
No, he,
His-
no, he
his-
obviously
his
wanted.
only
he
questions
wanted to see
were-
something.
His questions was explain everything around base.
All right. Do
Base
you
seven.
Which you've
think?
done.
Do you all?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you sure? What is base 79?
They're the company that basically they represent Link Up. They're partners with YouTube, but they don't just represent Link Up. It's not just about Link Up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they represent everybody in protecting each business's or each
ID.
channel's business ID.
Only on
basically.
YouTube. By
Only
the
on
way.
YouTube,
They
yeah.
can't go to Spotify. They can't go.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that particular
Yeah.
plane.
And there's
And
more
if
than
any-
one of them.
Yes, and if in any situation, there's more companies than base, but they're the biggest ones.
100%.
That we
Yes.
use.
One thing I would say is that you were right, yeah, was I'm not gonna lie, my understanding of bass is way better now than it was
Yeah.
yesterday. And perhaps that is what you're talking about in terms of everything felt very like those who know, and those who don't.
Yeah.
The girls that get
so
it, get it.
we do
Yeah.
appreciate that, and so that's cool. But we did mention, this isn't layman terms. We need to get in layman terms.
And we
you know,
did, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. We did try to push for layman, but we weren't getting it
Yeah.
because we tried to push for
Yeah.
it, but we really were not getting it. And at one point, I had to leave it. I said,
All right.
before I'm
Yeah.
on the.
And then the only
sadness.
other question is explain
Frequent
why
notice.
aren't artists getting paid for music videos that they upload, and I think we've explained that.
All right. So let me use it connected to Mike GLC.
Mm.
He's not going to get paid for that because every single time he puts up that video on his YouTube, it gets struck.
Mm.
There's a strike on it.
Yeah.
It gets blocked
Yeah,
because any published copyright that exists on YouTube,
yeah,
again, this is with YouTube's partner Base 79,
yeah.
is attached to Link Up TV
Mm.
because that's where it was published digitally first.
Yeah,
So as all they know is that they are protecting their client's best interest.
yeah,
If Mike GLC now protests the claim, because you could dispute it on YouTube,
Mm.
but then you have to show evidence that your digital copy,
Mm.
your digital copyright existed before the one they have on record, which
Yeah.
is link ups.
yeah,
And you're not going to do that because he didn't do that.
yeah,
So until it is you now make it a legal thing and you now fight this, which is going to cost money,
yeah,
they're not going to relinquish it. Now, 100% Rashid can relinquish that particular copyright.
Mm.
He can say, all right, here you go.
yeah.
But you've now put money on my head.
Mm.
Do you understand? You've now looked to destroy my entire legacy off the back of something you don't even understand fully.
Mm.
And you're claiming this, that, and the next. But I am kind of, my hands are kind of tied because I don't want to basically open up my mouth about what's actually happening behind the scenes. And we could see that. I'm very perceptive. Everybody in this room is very perceptive. We can see that he was deciding what he would say and what he wouldn't say. He openly said, I'm not going to talk about that, but I'll tell you guys offline.
Yeah,
There's certain things he definitely wouldn't have wanted to say on air
yeah,
because he knew that might have ramifications after the fact.
yeah,
Anybody with any sense is going to have self-preservation,
yeah,
especially when their company and their legacy is on the line,
yeah,
right? So all of that is understandable. So Mike GLC, he can dispute this.
Mm.
If he has evidence that this existed before
Yeah.
this, he will win. Because that's all they're interested in.
Yeah.
They're only interested in making sure that the person who has the rights to this
yeah.
is benefiting from this.
And if you look at it, right, how many artists throughout the years have uploaded on Link Up TV? Thousands, right? How many artists are making claims against Rashid? So
Well, we'll see when Mike.
most artists know the protocol. For some particular reason, Mike GLC is not understanding the
I'll
protocol.
be honest, yeah. I don't think a lot of artists know the protocol.
Nah,
I think
they
people
do.
are not talking, yeah.
No, Esther, a lot of artists know the protocol.
Yes.
Yes. They do. Because they didn't know the protocol.
They keep going back. And sometimes, and as he suggested, there are big artists who we wouldn't even do that. We would actually give you a split of the revenue because it's benefiting us.
It's mutually beneficial.
Yes. Do you understand?
Mm.
So that's like a label.
The thing is, this is business. It's business. If Drake comes to Link Up TV to upload a video to do a joint venture, this is mutually beneficial. So yeah.
But do you think though that only big artists get paid from videos and not younger, smaller ones?
So you as a small artist, if you have a relationship with Rashid, 100% you'd be like, all right, cool, hey. But the amount of money that you even get from YouTube is just
pennies.
Disgusting.
But shout out
Anyway.
to everyone that's doing it.
And also, you know what it is? I think there's a bit of morality entwined. Let's just say
100%.
Yeah, let's just say you come to me to put a video on my channel, right? You're an unknown artist. Yeah, you come to me for the exposure. I put it on there. I've told you exactly what it is. You're paying me for this video. If this video blows, whatever, I'm gonna monetize it. Nothing to do with you, right? You agreed. It goes on. Let's just say that video does a madness now, generating millions of views, and you're looking at there thinking, "Raw, I know I agreed to this, but these views are viewing, and I'm feeling now a bit disgruntled."
But
you know what, Yus? I know what you said before, yeah, but me, you are cool. I beg you, bust me a bit of this. I'm like, no, we agreed that this is only for me, and now you're disgruntled that you feel like because of our relationship, I should bust you some money now.
What I'm flagging up though,
yeah,
is that there isn't that stating the obvious to artists of, by the way, you pay me, but when this video is on my channel, you don't get any ad revenue.
Yeah, I think a lot of
That's
artists,
what I'm saying,
most
that
artists
it's
know that.
obvious.
I didn't
but
know
let's state that
until I contacted them and they told me. Do you understand?
Okay,
They
so you
wouldn't
contacted them for ad revenue.
No, you
No.
contacted them
Who?
to video up.
What? I talking about you.
The New Black, yeah.
Oh, so so you didn't know until you contacted them.
No, I assumed that I wanted to know what do I need to do to get showcased.
No, but what I'm saying is
when they told me here is the
fee.
The fee. I'm like, that makes sense.
No,
but that's all they said. My thing is, they're not telling artists, I don't know, they might not be telling artists that this may, like whatever this, you pay the fee, we're going to generate ads on this. You don't get any more revenue beyond it. Because I'll be honest, like Yusuf said, imagine being a broke artist, right? And I'm broke and I've used my whatever money to make this track, film the video, whatever. It goes on link. Obviously, I'm hoping it does well.
Yeah.
I'm still in my house broke. And I'm seeing this generating like millions on there. Fair enough, I bring other opportunities. But before then, there's going to be that thing of, this is not, I'm seeing millions on YouTube. It's not translating into my bank account.
Let me change the discipline because I understand why you're kind of still questioning, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm a writer.
Okay.
Or a director.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get on BBC.
Yeah.
But they say, all right, yeah, we'll take your stuff, but we're not giving you any credit or royalties off the back of it.
Mm.
You can just use it as your resume. You've done stuff with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the concept and philosophy that a lot of creatives know about. You got to put some work in, take some quote unquote losses, sacrifices before you make your name, and then you don't have to do it anymore, right?
Reward,
but you use the resources from bigger entities in order to, you pick it back off them in order to do this. You stand on the shoulders of giants to do this next, right?
Yeah.
It's an understanding all across different disciplines, right? This is no different.
Okay.
Like really, it is no different. And when you ask, well, they didn't tell artists that they will be making money from it. The whole concept of having a YouTube channel is the only way you can get paid is off of advertising. If your video gets viewed a lot, then more people will be seeing the ads and you get more from your this, that, and next, right? So that concept everybody knows. Forget about it being a music channel.
Yeah.
It could be whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
So when an artist now wants to be showcased on a platform that is bigger than their platform, some channels might be like, I just F with you. Just give it to me.
Yeah.
I won't charge. Because at a point, Link Up didn't charge us. They loved us.
Okay.
They didn't charge us afterward.
Okay.
And I was hearing they were charging people £300, $500. I'm thinking, jeez, that's cool.
God, they love me.
That's cool. So I saw it as, this is just win for me.
Yeah, but you knew that you wasn't going to generate money from
I wasn't
them.
going to be getting the money from the ads.
Yeah, cool.
Because it's sitting on their platform.
Yeah.
To be honest, I get it because I can't imagine someone coming on, like, say someone, it's like, I want to come promote a business on No Shade, right? We get ad revenue on the pod.
Yeah.
So I definitely would charge you. Let you know, I would charge you. You can discuss that in my DMs. But like, I would charge you to promote your business on there.
Yeah.
But you're obviously not going to get the ad revenue.
Why not?
Whatever.
Aren't they giving you their creative license? Shouldn't you be giving them
First
a cut?
of all, you need to less shimmy over there. I know the camera's not on you.
This, I like
but
this
the
now
thing is-
because you're applying it to
Yeah.
you.
So I'm saying that I understand because I am a creative.
This is it.
And I am in that. Do
Yeah.
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to help the people.
Yeah.
Like, for example, saying, why is that they don't get things? Really and truly, the simple answer is that because they're not entitled to it.
It's like a guest coming on the pod and asking for money because that
episode
they're on
Yeah.
is done bare well.
Yeah.
Now you should give me some money.
Yeah.
LOL.
Oh, that's not how it works.
No, I have to state again. Mike GLC should have published that content on his channel before publishing it on Link Up
This
TV.
is
Can
good,
I say
this
and
is
this is
good
good,
teaching.
guys,
This is good teaching.
tip? So tip number one that
Yes.
came from this like 30 minutes ago is
Yeah.
if you have a piece of creative, even
Yeah.
if you're going to give it to something else, someone
Yeah.
else, upload it on your YouTube, even
Yes.
if you make it private, so it's dated.
Poor
and
man's
You have to make it
recorded.
private.
Yeah.
And it's,
Poor man's copy.
yeah,
Yes.
literally, because then it's proof.
Yeah.
I think it even happens with emails, wherever. If there's an idea,
Mm.
like if there's a trail, if there's proof
Mm.
that this happened before,
Mm.
whenever, there's a stronger ground for you to stand
Mm.
on to claim that you've been
Mm.
violated in some
Mm.
sort of way. So
Mm.
tip number one.
And it's very, very important to do this because I actually believe that same video, doesn't matter if it is this just on YouTube's plane, right?
Mm.
I believe that if that video goes wild, or that song attached to that video goes wild on TikTok, Link Up would be able to get the proceeds from that because again, the first digital copyright is on them, and that will pain you as an artist.
Mm.
If you now hold copyright for things where I just thought it was going to be in this particular field,
Foresight.
you've gone over there.
Yeah.
So please, artists, please, make sure and get your stuff copyrighted by doing, as I suggested, either like sending the stuff to yourself, don't open the stuff, have it signed. State what's in there also. You gotta write that on the bloody thing, state what on there and in there. Or if you're doing things digitally, make sure and upload it. Have a digital trail immediately before you look to do it anywhere
What's it called?
else.
Do you do a published and private within like a minute, or do you leave it published for like a day or something?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
just
So
as long as
you publish it, boom,
Yeah.
private straight away.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is it. Full stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it, man. I hope it is. I answered all of his
I think you
questions.
definitely did.
Yeah.
I'm
believe
not
so.
vexed with the guy. I'm not vexed.
No, I'm not vexed
with
because
him. Never.
he wanted to know some information. He felt we didn't extract it. Well, here you go. Here's the information. And
Yeah.
I could have done better. It would have been different if I was in the conversation. I'm not in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
not
man
in,
you are.
and I can't force a nigga to basically open his mouth and say
Nigga?
what.
Do you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. That is the bigger point. Is that we can't fool someone because we did try, honestly.
We
Because I
could
remember at one
replicate,
point,
though.
Crow was like, listen, I'm not picking sides. I'm just saying.
Because you read you
You-
read who you're
yeah, you
dealing
read-
with. Do you know what I
that's
mean?
it.
And
Read the room, innit?
you read the room,
That's it.
and obviously he's already expressed that this is something that was sensitive to him. He's put him off his game for a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you take that into consideration, you know that there's many ways this conversation can go. And let's be real, there's a grace when somebody who's not usually someone who talks comes. But anyway, don't even worry about it. There's learnings for everybody in here. Hopefully it's beneficial to everyone. Literally, to the TDA community, you guys are the coldest. Like, you lot literally be saying your opinions in a way that I haven't seen anywhere else.
Yeah.
Not just this guy, but also the guy that said, reached out to me and Esther about the pegging. What was it? The track.
Oh.
Whatever. We love communication. Like, we appreciate. We won't always agree
They
with
What's
you.
said
his comment?
that we were basic. That was the guy that was projecting. Now, that's how I'm describe you, babes.
But
When
like,
he said that we were
love
being,
it. Like,
we're pussyfooting.
don't ever think because we don't
I don't
agree or
wanna pick my
whatever,
man.
we don't love it. If I don't love it, I'll say I don't love it. But no, we actually do love it because it means you guys care. We come every day, so
Yeah,
it
we
matters.
appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much. We had a
Triple
guest
Z.
today.
And make sure you
Guest-
join the community. Triple Z.
Back
I'm
right.
definitely want to hear from you when community's running.
And guys,
boy.
like we said, things are happening. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be creative seminars. There's going to be all these things. Like, these are all things that we care about.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, guys, we got the rest of the show to do. I
We
think
are
we've
going
done.
to breeze, please. Breeze,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I'm even
Also-
thinking, we're not going to get through this.
Get in Mike's comments. Tell him to come on TDA.
All right, then. Well, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into this next headline. So let's go. So Lewis Hamilton versus Nelson Piquet. Former world champion Nelson Piquet has been warned that he could face a ban from Formula One if he does not publicly apologize to Sir Lewis Hamilton for using a racial slur to describe him in an interview. Piquet used the derogatory Portuguese phrase "negrino." I may have pronounced that wrong. I'm Nigerian.
Yeah, they get the gist.
Negrino, while referring to the 7-time world champion on a podcast with the Brazilian publication Motorsport Talks in November last year. The former driver, whose daughter Kelly is dating Hamilton's rival Verstappen, has suggested Hamilton pushed Verstappen off the track on purpose, ending his race. He said the Negrino put the car in the wrong way and didn't let the other driver swerve. Hamilton responded on Twitter by saying it's more than language. These archaic mindsets need to change and have no place in our sport. I've been surrounded by these attitudes and targeted my whole life. There has been plenty of time to learn. Time has come for action. Insiders have now hinted that Piquet faces a ban from all Formula One races and will not be allowed in the paddock if he does not publicly apologise to Hamilton. But supporters of Piquet on social media insisted his interviews have been misinterpreted and argued the word was a commonly used slang term. It is not the first time Hamilton has spoken out about racial abuse, having previously clashed with ex-Formula One chief Bernie Ecclestone, who last year suggested Formula One was not racist and claimed Hamilton was being used by the Black Lives Matter movement. Well, I think that's clear.
I think
I think it's clear. Some entitled people. Man won 7 times and you still don't want to give him his flowers. But yes, I'm glad that Hamilton stood up for himself. Let's head into Word on Road.
Okay. Hello, people. So I'm going to start with Idris Elba. I feel like this is kind of Black excellence, but it's only a bid. So
that really took me by surprise.
Do you know what's funny? I heard it, yeah.
But
it didn't register. I was thinking, what was that sound?
Where did that come from?
Going.
We need to lift the lights up. We need to lift the mood.
Oh dear.
Let me rap a little bit.
Dear. But so the government recently announced that they're planning to kind of privatize Channel 4. So essentially, sorry?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically an attempt to secure its long-term funding and kind of compete with like Netflix, Amazon Prime and stuff like that. And Idris Elba is reportedly in talks to bid £1 billion for Channel 4.
I think he's a part of the group that's bidding, right?
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I kind of think that's Black excellence, Black wealth.
I wonder who else is
generational wealth.
I wonder who else is in this group.
Yeah, a few of them.
With Idris.
I don't think it's Black excellence.
$1 billion is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of
money. But I just thought that was very interesting. I think that's
So what,
cool.
is Channel 4 looking to become a paid subscription service or?
I'm not sure. They're not exactly sure what the future plans are exactly. Okay. But it's just kind of like to compete with
the
Netflix, like the streaming services.
Amazon,
and I guess
Primes and that.
Yeah, I think kind of bring them up to date.
Okay.
Really and truly with what's going on in the streets. So
I love their originals. Not their originals, but their commission stuff.
Yeah.
They slap
they do.
when it comes to that.
They
so
do.
if they want us running that game, I might put some money behind them.
Yeah.
Not as much as Idris Elba.
But
hold this 5.
Hold it 5. Give me back 250. But so in a statement, Channel 4 describes the plans as disappointing. So I guess they're not really happy about it. With over 60,000 submissions to the government's public consultation, it is disappointing that today's announcement has been made without formally recognising the significant public interest concerns which have been raised. Channel 4 has engaged in good faith with the government throughout the consultation process, demonstrating how it can continue to commission much-loved programmes from the independent sector across the UK that represent and celebrate every aspect of British life, as well as increase its contribution to society while maintaining ownership by the public. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out actually. Because Channel 4 is the one who's more open to, do like independent projects and because even Mo's show, that was on Channel 4, wasn't it?
I think Channel 4 and BBC 3 are the ones who kind of like...
Yes.
What was Big Nasty?
Channel 4.
Yeah.
Channel 4. Yeah, they are proactively trying to tap into, that's their reputation. Even their documentaries are never just the basic shit. It will be like sex workers and money. Like, you know what I mean? Like they will always, and they'll kind of try and be objective as much as any human being can be, kind of.
Didn't they have that Black Week or something? Remember?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Not the Black Week.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I think it was Black to Front. Black to Front. I don't even know if that's even better.
I think Black Week sounds better.
Black Week.
Black to Front.
I like Black
where
Week.
they had they had everything.
They had
the
that.
racist whites must have been
Big Breakfast Show.
Big Breakfast, but also show the
Zizi.
reality show they had.
Oh, is it Gogglebox?
No, not that one,
No,
man.
I know what you're talking about.
With Irene and remember, man?
Crap, yes, I remember Irene and Tony
Tone's brother.
Taser.
Oh, the reality show.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
With
about.
Cubby.
name.
I can't remember what it's called though.
High Life.
High Life. That's it. Look at the High
High
Life.
I
Life.
say you called her.
God
You called her
damn
Tony
names.
10. I call her Tony tonight by accident. But yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
call her saying tonight. Because
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Because we be reading wrong, innit? But that
so
that was very
good.
impressive achievement, to be fair.
But I do think that if Idris is involved, I think it would open more opportunities for
For
our
Black
community.
Radio, yeah, definitely.
I reckon so, because he's
Depends on how involved though, guys.
no, but if you 1 billion,
Yeah, but he's not dashing the whole
Yeah,
thing.
he put the
Because
billion.
when I don't even know
yeah,
I
but I
say
can't like
this
even if I
because
put a 5 and at least let me know, can we have still or sparkling water?
see that's what the energy I'm on, right? But when you guys spoke about, I think it was Serena Williams owning the basketball team, I remember Margs very much saying, and I think maybe it was your
That's
energy
enough-
as well,
yeah.
or your predecessor, but like they said something along the lines.
I think it's my predecessor. Because I don't think I was here for that conversation.
Okay, but they said something along the lines of but it's not like they gave all. It's not like they gave all the money. So how much say can they really say? Because if the amount of say matches your contribution,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I know Serena Williams is not lightweight, but so there's gonna.
This was Serena and Lewis Hamilton trying to get a hold of Chelsea, right?
Yes.
I wasn't here, but I remember the story.
Okay.
But so that was I think that's really cool. That's amazing stuff. Next bit of news is Tommy Fury and Jake Paul are at it. And I will let you know why after the clip is played.
All right, cool.
I forgot about that clip.
Too busy talking about copyright.
I can practice it for you, Tommy. You bitch. Where are you?
But does Tommy want to be taken seriously as a real fighter? Because he's fighting Jake Paul.
I just want to come in here and set the record straight before anybody else tries to. Me and my team this morning arrived at Heathrow Airport, ready for the press conference, ready to fly out. And as soon as we entered the airport, I got pulled to one side and I was told by the Homeland Security officer that was there that my ESTA had been denied and I wasn't able to travel to the USA for a reason that I apparently know. I can stand here and say I've done absolutely nothing wrong and I have no clue why I'm not allowed to travel to the USA. Like I said, I've been training for a fight this whole time, and that's all I've been doing. I have no clue why they would not allow me to travel today, and neither does any of my team or my lawyers. So now I'm having to go to the embassies and all this sort of stuff, trying to resolve it. And I'm in the middle of training, guys. I don't know why this has happened today. It's a massive shock to me and my whole team. Obviously, it is a matter that needs to be resolved. It's government issues. It's a lot bigger than the fight right now, and I'm just trying to get it sorted. But I just wanted to let you all know where it was at. So I just want to come in here and set the record straight before anybody else.
So basically, the tea is, guys, that Tommy Fury is due to fight Jake Paul on the 6th of August in New York. Jake Paul is a YouTube star. Star he is. I've never heard of that man a day in my life. But yeah, they're due to have a fight in August, and Tommy was they had like a press conference, and Tommy was due to fly out there. For the press conference, obviously, as you just heard, he got stopped by the Home Office. And then the people who promote the fight, I guess the organizers of the fight, they tweeted, despite many assurances by Tommy Fury and his team that he was able to come to the US, and knowing that Tommy was in California just last month, we were surprised to learn that he had an issue at Heathrow Airport on Monday. As a result of circumstances outside of our control, the scheduled press conference for Wednesday at MSG, Madison Square Garden, has been postponed. We are working with our partners at Showtime and Madison Square Garden and will share more information as soon as we are able to. Someone else who calls BS to it, hold on, who is it? Is of course Jake Paul. He says, Tommy, no matter how hard you try to get out of this fight, I'm going to do everything in my power to not let you weasel your way out.
He's so Nigerian.
Yes, it was giving me Nigerian. My team and my partners have made it clear the steps you need to take to solve your latest excuse. Take them or admit you're a scared little bitch.
I said it.
Tommy Fumbles. He said, whether you like it or not, come rain, shine, wherever it is, we are going to fight.
See how intimidating that is?
Basically. Tommy Fury's previous kerfuffle, was that with Jake Paul as well? Because there's another fight that he couldn't do.
You don't know.
I can't remember the reason why, but I'm just remember if it's Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tommy Fury...
It was.
It was Jake Paul again.
It was,
It was Jake Paul, and Jake Paul got onto his girl as well, like to amp him, like saying something like that. Here's the
if
thing.
you don't leave Molly in 24 hours out of it.
Do you know what I mean? She's busy, working really hard, and not sleeping.
Okay.
So the thing is, we'll make this short and sweet because we already said this. The way that
Not you doing it, Emman.
is the way that the internet is set up. Yeah, it's not the most amount of grace in it.
Mm-hmm.
You fumble something like this twice, it does put out this vibe that
You're
you
scared
do not
cat.
want the smoke.
Mm.
Like, even if there's perfectly good examples, I don't know, you would have had to like stow away or get a fake passport or something. You had to be there. So all you can do now, yeah, because I'm a solutions person. All you can do now is the next one, you have to win. People can't wait for free fights, yeah, and you don't show up or you lose. Like, it can't happen.
No, but he was in the States last month, sorry.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But he said he knows why they didn't let him through, innit?
He said he doesn't.
He doesn't know.
So Steven's trying to find out. No, but Jake said, I've been talking to people on your behalf and my team will let you know why it wasn't allowed and what you can do to be allowed.
Jake wants
ASAP.
his fight, boy.
Jake wants his fight.
You ain't dodging me again.
Jake doesn't
We're fighting.
He's like a dog with like a bone or something. He doesn't really let it go. Because bear in mind, when he started all this boxing thing, it was very much the banter of the world.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody was taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Now it's a fully verified, line of boxing.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Like, people might still look down on it. Pure boxing fans may be like, what the fuck is this? But as in, play dirty, like play the boxing, wicked and bad.
Yeah.
Would you say that's inspired by this?
You know what? I think Jake Paul really wants Tommy Fury. One, because he's a Fury. And I feel like Jake Paul feels like this fight might give him a bit of credibility.
Okay.
Because so far, Jake Paul's... No, I get him and his brother mixed up. But the fight they've had haven't been with actual boxers. Like, Nate Robinson was not a boxer, he's a basketball player. So I feel like
No, but that's embarrassing.
Jake
though.
wants this fight because Tommy Fury is an actual boxer.
Yeah.
The Tyson Fury's
Baby
cousin?
brother.
Or brother?
Baby
Brother.
No,
Brother.
cousin.
Is his brother?
Cousin.
Yeah.
I thought his cousin.
His baby
That's
brother.
brother.
Oh, no, brother. Okay, cool. So I think Jake
Put some
Paul's...
respect on his name.
Jake Paul wants this fight because he like the name Fury
That's
comes with a lot of
strategically
weight in it.
smart.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
fucked up your brother, now it's your turn. But I don't think he would want smoke with Tyson.
Jake Paul will get wasted. He's not a
Do
real...
you think it's a lot of pressure though for Tommy?
Yes.
He's going Love Island trying to mind your business.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he was a boxer for when Love Island.
No, but he chose his life.
My thing is, the only time I'm going to believe Tom Fury is if his dad is with him. Not Tom, which is that the name that his dad's little brother that was talking about?
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, you don't have no respect.
And also, I forgot. He's if his dad's there, because his dad and his brother are so incredibly serious about boxing, I don't think that they would participate in tomfoolery. Like,
Sorry, we have a production note that's getting larger and larger and larger.
Is that what he's been scrolling? I think.
Let's go, guys. It's time for Love Island.
Let's go.
well, that does tie in because Tommy was on Love Island. The only thing he showed up for. Let's go. Welcome back to Mallorca, Madrid, and Brent Studio, where Love Island, the real show, happens. All right, guys, where we starting? Who we starting with? I feel like there's three main characters we need to discuss, but if you guys want to talk about everyone, we can.
Let's start with...
Three main ones. What?
Should we do Luca and Gemma? I feel like
Go ahead.
there's trouble in paradise.
Go.
Luca feels like, is Gemma really into me? Is she really committed to me? I feel like he's having second thoughts now. He's second guessing their whole relationship, and I feel like it's heading to a breaking point, in my opinion. I feel like Luca might bounce.
Okay, well, what was the first? Is the first that we saw of them in terms of their passer? Was it
Yeah.
the dancing game?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No. Should we start at that?
Yeah.
The dancing thing.
So
innit?
the dancing
Yeah.
game, I like this. Usually, last time they did it after Casa Amor, but they did it before Casa Amor this time.
Yeah.
That's cool. So essentially, is when they check the people's heart rates and the other, the girls come out and they dance for the guys one by one, and then whoever's heart rate it goes the highest for whoever that gets announced in it, just to cause some insecurity in the different couples.
But can I just say something about that though? Because it's very technical. So let's just say girl A came out, who's my girl, and for whatever reason she didn't do much. She just maybe kissed me on my cheek and walked off. And then girl B, who's not my girl, give me a lap dance, suck my finger, kiss my neck. Obviously my heart's gonna go higher for her, right? So were they looking
You're
into?
slag.
Yeah, but were they looking into what was actually done?
I don't think it's that.
No.
In their defense, the girls who were upset that their man's heart didn't race hard for them
Yeah.
did a lot. I can't like Tasha. I was shocked by that. I think she was really, really sexy for her little dance.
Yeah.
I thought she was doing. I think she really, really gave the whole Barbie thing. She could move better than I thought she could.
Yeah.
Right?
Really, she's a dancer. I thought she didn't do enough.
No, she's not a dancer. But I mean, I didn't know she could move like that.
Oh, but I mean, she's by trade
she-
a dancer.
Is she?
Yeah.
That girl's got a lot of
That's
talent
why
I don't know about. Interesting.
Yeah.
But
That's why
so
she
we've
was
got
jealous of
bare
Danica.
dancers in the house.
Yeah,
Danica's a
facts.
dancer.
Yeah.
And Tigoni's a dancer too.
She's singer.
Okay.
What we're not going to do,
Artists.
you just stop there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I feel like that was their beef because I did a lot.
Enough to get
But
you aroused.
I think, it's not an arousal, it's more that your heart rate. But actually, your heart
Yeah,
rate.
that's arousal, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, when you're
Yeah,
around,
interesting.
it's just when where's this hot and bothered? Your heart don't.
That's interesting. I don't know. I don't really.
You don't monitor your
Don't,
heart.
don't really engage
I
in
just do
them.
what I need to do.
Just-
Okay.
But Brent, that is not a clip. I think though, that they all just made a big deal out of it. Do you know what? I feel like they're all very pretentious. I feel like they're all taking tips from like previous seasons and everyone's playing into that because I feel like I didn't understand the beat. I didn't understand the problem. Do you get me? Like it's a natural thing. Like I can't control my body.
Yeah, I think, okay, the couple that didn't pair up. So
Yeah.
I think Dami wasn't his heart rate wasn't highest
For
for India and
yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah.
What India done to Dami and what Paige done to Dami, would you say they were equal?
I think Dami is black. I think Dami's dated black women and he's seen women twerk before.
Yeah.
I don't think that was. I
So
think
that
that's
didn't
common.
really, that really,
He sees that
that
on the
didn't
brunch
really
on
do it
I
with him.
feel like when I remember Paige's dance,
Yeah.
Paige didn't even dance, but Paige oozed that I'm about this.
Yeah.
At one
Okay.
point, she was scooching her booty.
She was.
They made, like, by the way, like, cute bodies. These
She was
girls,
riding
like,
the
they were
guys.
doing this, but she was literally riding
Yeah.
the guys. Like, she was
Yeah.
showing you she knows what the fuck she's
Yeah.
about to.
Yeah.
She was showing you the for the, do you know what I mean, for the show.
Yeah.
Whereas India showed us, let's be real, even in a black dance, that wouldn't kill it. India's gorgeous though.
Yeah.
And she did something that was different. She went in.
Yeah.
And she only went in really for Dami. Was that when she was
Yeah.
in the handstand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So she really went in for Dami.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other girls kind of did a build up, a bit more of
Yeah.
a performance across everyone.
Yeah, so
So-
Paige done a lot more to
And
Dami
Paige is
than India done.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's why
Yeah.
Dami's heart rate was higher. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
My
it depends
thing
on what
is-
was done.
Yeah. But here's the thing, yeah. We already know that this isn't something to take as Bible, in it.
Yeah.
But if you're in a new relationship and it's only been 2 weeks and you know everyone's kind of looking around each other, this is just a rattle,
Yeah.
just to cause insecurity.
Yeah.
Because it happened on both sides. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Luca got picked by 2 girls who are out of his league.
Yeah.
Ekansu,
Yeah.
and somebody else. He
I
was
can't
like
remember- yeah.
Paige, maybe.
I can't remember who the person
I can't remember who it was, but he got.
I think it was
picked
Paige.
by, he got picked by 2 girls who were out of his league, but was still rattled that he wasn't Gemma's pick. And you know why? I get why Gemma and Jacquees picked each other.
So do you think Jacquees' explanation was
The flashback.
yeah.
He was too honest. Bro, if you're now, listen, these girls are dancing, cool, but my man has tasted the feast.
Yeah.
So his heart rate can be elevated, not just from what's in front of it. And I'm not gonna lie, Gemma did her damn
No, but
thing.
haven't Jack tasted the piece, no?
No, he hasn't fucked. He hasn't fucked.
That's why he
Gemma.
fucked. No, you lot told me he fucked her.
Who's-
No,
Not
Jack.
that-
Jack.
No,
Jack.
that's what I'm saying. Jack was the one that had a flashback.
Well, with
So he
Paige.
picked Gemma.
Oh yeah,
remember?
sorry.
So Jack picked Gemma in the heart rate. His heart
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
Gemma, right?
Yeah.
But
And
that's
Gemma's
because-
picked his too.
Yeah, and Gemma picked. Do you know
I'm
why?
telling you
Because
guys.
when they saw each other dancing, do you know what they saw?
Flashback.
When they fucked in some heated, steamy, fun way a couple months ago. Do you know what I mean? That's just that. You can't give me a taster when I've had the main course and I'm gonna be excited about the taster. Do you know how much I have to fucking love you to pick a taster over the main course?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. The problem was, by the way, I just want to say the wig that Paige was wearing was possessed because Paige really became somebody else when she was talking to Jacquees. Like she was sitting on him and she was doing.
Oh yeah, she was acting
was
like.
doing-
I noticed she was
she
acting
was-
a bit different.
I
she
was glad because I said, don't respectfully, don't be a bitch now. You stand up.
Okay, stand up. But
Because he
stand
was
up.
talking to her so sideways. I said, don't you
No, he was.
dare.
He was talking to
crumble.
her sideways. My thing is, this like she became
Yeah, she
someone
was talking
else.
like a.
I
different
thought that she
person,
could have
yeah.
just used more bass in her normal voice, but she
Yeah.
really. But I could see she was really hurt because she cried. And
She's crying all the time.
but I know. But see, this is the problem with crying, guys. You do it too many times, it ain't crying anymore. Your eyes are just wet. So just be careful out there.
You're just leaking
Just
now.
be careful. The world ain't soft. But in my head, I feel like when she was talking, she had she had the right to be upset because you can be upset.
Mhm.
But I feel like this was not even the hill really to stand on. There was a logical reason for why his heart would be up. I get why she's insecure. You still like Gemma still likes you. Of course, I get it. But I just feel like there are many other points of disrespect that I feel like speak more to his character and his relationship with you
Yeah.
than this.
Yeah.
You lot haven't even done anything. Do you know what I mean? It was a
Yeah.
flashback. And when he was honest with her, sometimes I think honesty can be a sign of the guy not caring as well. Sometimes
He doesn't.
sometimes
I told you guys
Sometimes.
yesterday that if
he fares nothing.
he and Gemma are, anyway, I told you guys yesterday.
They had a little. Remember, they had a little spat as well.
because
They did, but
because he told Luca, and I think when I saw this, I said, "Oh, cool," because
Thank
he
you.
told Luca,
Lady Oracle.
logical. So he told Luca that he felt like he could be himself around.
Gemma.
At this point, I feel
Around
like
Paige.
Luca's look around. No,
Yeah, he's
around
like
Gemma.
Around Gemma.
So Gemma was like, I wouldn't. What?
No, because that's a positive. He said, that he can be himself. He said when he goes out on a night out, Gemma just will be like, oh, where did you go? Who did you go with? But he said he can be more of himself with Paige because there's no stress. No, you guys were saying Gemma. You both said Gemma.
No,
That he
but
can't be himself around
no,
Gemma.
but that's the same thing.
Yeah.
But I thought you said he can be himself.
No,
with
he
Gemma.
can't.
So I was
No.
like, oh, no.
He felt like he
Okay.
can't. And so she was
Okay,
like,
okay.
I haven't even said anything bad about you, blah, 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 blah. And they got insight into why their relationship broke up because there was a lack of trust or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me personally, one thing I feel like Paige has this thing where she can't chat to Gemma. Like,
I think she's intimidated by her.
She's definitely intimidated by Gemma. Like, she was like, don't worry, babes, I'm not even. It's a bit shit that you lot have our exes and you have
And she
a bit
keeps
of
saying that. She's brought up a few times now.
it's on her spirit. Because remember, like, Gemma has been involved in every story where Paige has been pied. But she refuses to acknowledge that. Like, and that's fine. I'm not saying have beef with Gemma, but yeah, personally for me, I feel like Paige is a soft soul.
Yeah.
Paige is a little bit naive.
Yeah.
A little lot naive. And Paige does not really want to face the front with Jack and the fact that this is just a red flag for now.
Yeah.
Like, you're really trying to make this longer. Like, enjoy it, enjoy the touching and that, all of that. But right now, you're competing with Gemma, and it's mad when you compete with somebody who's not even in the race. That's wild. That's
It's
so bad
annoying.
for your spirit.
It's more
Like,
annoying.
it's really, really bad for your spirit because you're and her. Anyway, that's Gemma. If you have not Gemma, that's Paige. If you have more to say about Paige, let's do that. But I have time for Tasha. So when you're ready to tag me in when it's Tasha time, because
I'm just sick of Paige shit.
Can I ask you guys a question? Out of the boys, who done the best dance?
None of them.
no, let's sit down. Let's talk really quickly. So when I think of the highlights,
Yeah.
for some reason, Dami didn't connect. I don't know what Dami was doing. At one point, he had India on the floor and he was like imitating heads more. It didn't
Yeah.
slap. Maybe they're just not dancers, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Luca, I don't even know why people had their heart rate for Luca. I don't think Luca did a damn thing at all
Yeah.
in my head. Davide, nah, I don't think Davide slapped like that either.
Yeah, me slapped.
Do you know who was really bad? Charlie.
I can ask you, why did Charlie get like air?
Because
Like,
Did
obviously,
you see what we saw?
no, obviously the worm that was going backwards was very cringe.
Forget-
Where are you meant to go with the worm? Are you meant to go forward?
actually, I don't
No,
know.
but what I mean is, he
Like,
just,
no, but I mean, like, you're meant to move forward,
what I mean
right?
is, yeah, he
I
just
don't
kept
know.
going
Bad.
It's
No,
funny, he just
actually
kept going
in the
back
same
and back.
spot.
And then it goes like,
Yeah.
you're going in the wrong. Do you know what it is? It's a lack of source in that space. They
Yeah.
don't see him as a sexual object.
Because you know what? He's
Yeah.
an
Yeah,
MP.
let's not say
He's
that.
not
Yeah,
meant-
literally.
She's not meant to be doing
Do
all
you know
of
what
this.
he is? Do you know
Yeah.
who looks like him and thinks good old days? Probably like MPs. Look, I
Yeah.
remember when
Nah.
I was. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oxford
he
and-
looks like an MP.
Oh, so what is
He doesn't have the sex appeal that
is-
appeals to these girls.
is Charlie a butterface?
What's the part
What's
of
the
face?
butterface?
Everything looks good but the
We're
face.
not participating in this kind of violence. We're not participating in this kind of violence.
Don't do this, man.
We're not participating in this kind
I'm
of
joking.
violence.
I'm trying to make a scene.
Is Charlie a
The
butterface?
oracle,
No,
you didn't
I don't
see
think
that
so, because
coming.
I think the picture.
No, but I'm talking about a man though.
No, I did say though that he's.
You don't like men. You hate men.
Oh wait, butterface is a person.
No, butterface
No,
is a term
butterface is a
used.
saying for somebody. It was first used in
That's so mad.
Nelly's tip drill video.
I'm about to say, no, you're about to tell us when the term was coined.
No,
Yeah,
they
it was
used-
first
no.
coined in 2002. No, I'm joking.
It's a very bad saying. That
No, but you know what?
lots of
though?
girls
Yeah.
get bullied
No, but
with.
I did
It's a
say
horrible
though
thing to say.
that I do think people are being very horrible at Charlie's face. I don't think it's nice. That is bullying. But I do think though that he looks.
Who said Esther?
What?
Do you remember at the beginning of Charlie's career on Love Island?
Oh, you fancied him?
No,
No, she didn't.
Oh.
The exact opposite.
Oh.
So this PSA
I feel like you're making a scene.
scene.
Everything making the scene. Isn't it?
You're making a scene. 'Cause you know I don't remember things I said on here. That's not even fair.
Even if I miss, just fine.
But no, I think with Charlie, I think the Love Island. You know, people always say Love Island photographer is
Yeah,
bad, right?
yeah.
But I think with Charlie,
Oh yeah.
he must have stole his stacks.
You
for
think
another
so?
year. But I
I
do
don't think he looks that bad.
he
No,
does.
he's
He
a
looks
Love
worse.
Island's initial picture.
He looks worse.
Oh, he's this.
But
Yeah.
I think in real life, seeing him in motion
Yeah.
looks a lot nicer. I don't think he's a bad looking guy.
I did
at
tweet
all.
that as well.
Also, the kiss
did,
that Ekinsu gave to Davide. Jesus.
I can't, guys,
Oh
okay,
my
guys,
gosh.
I get it. Ekansu split the room, fake, real, all of that. But Ekansu is a looker. Like when she did
She's flipping.
she
You know
is
what?
a looker.
Buff, babe.
You know what?
Body insane.
I'm gonna be honest. Ekinsu is good looking, right?
Yeah.
She's good looking, but her personality makes her a bit not good looking. But I think she's winning me over.
Because she's
Small.
consistent in her nonsense.
Yeah.
Like literally, I remember. I can't really remember. Maya Angelou said.
I
People
thought
don't
hers was
remember-
very sexy too.
Maya Angelou said people don't remember what you say. They remember how you made them feel. So I'm just
Yeah.
remembering who I felt something for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Ekansu. I think she did a great job.
Well,
Paige worked with what she had.
Danica. the splits,
Danica. Oh, Danica was the best.
She dropped it like it was hot.
Danica was the best. Danica was the best because she gave every guy attention. She
Yeah.
actually knows how to dance. The only problem was when one guy was dancing with her and she didn't just enjoy it. She wanted to.
Because why is your balls in my
She
face?
wanted to. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't the Charlie thing. It wasn't the Charlie thing. But she wanted to.
Charlie
like,
tried to
do
figure
this
it over and
thing.
she was just like,
Just
but she
like-
sat down.
She has no attraction to Charlie. Do you know Danica would have been good to bring in at the very beginning because she has a lot of
Yeah.
opinion and personality.
Mm.
But when you remember, if you're not part of the OG group, it's hard to.
I need justice for Danica.
And
man.
what's this whole Danica, I like Andrew thing? That's a
Because she's
lie.
trying to be relevant
That
by
is
any.
a lie.
Yeah.
Of course-
You don't
no, but-
like that, man.
If you
She
see-
wanted
of
the
course she
story.
did.
I think she wanted the
You don't
story.
She
like
wanted a
that,
story
man.
because she was like, I'm just gonna go and get it. Like she was very acting.
But
I
she
was like,
Yeah.
falls flat when she does it because it's a bit like it's unnecessary. It's not like Andrew gave you any vim. This is a one-man story. Have you ever seen a
Andrew's
one-man
a house
story?
husband.
Have you
bruv.
seen the house of I
It
don't
was cringe.
It
I
was
was like, you're
so
trying to force
cringy.
a narrative here.
And I feel
Someone
like the way
said,
she was
yeah,
acting with
that
it
she
as
moved.
well.
Someone said she moves to guys like she's doing a PowerPoint presentation, and they are so right. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. Basically, I feel like me and you have a little bit of something. We get along really, really
I'm
well.
just gonna put it out
She
there.
tries to logically
Yeah.
convince,
Like, shut
and
up.
Andrew's looking at her like,
Where's this coming
Can I
from?
say-
I can see
though-
what shit, your shit. This is why I'm staying with Tasha,
Yeah.
Tassa or whatever.
Can
her
I
name
say
is.
that I need Koi to land with the boys because when I said none of them were good, she looked at me sideways. Please carry
Okay,
on.
no, I'm trying to remember.
Because you've already
Andrew
said
was
4 out of
shit.
7.
Andrew was like, I don't think Andrew was that good.
Jax,
Jax looked nice. He
no,
looked
not
nice,
looks,
but he
the
didn't.
dance.
No, he didn't. He didn't come with a dance like that anyway.
Jay,
Bruv, Jax came very
Jay
aggressive.
was shit. Jay was. Do you know what Jay is? Jay has so much the potential in terms of he's a tall, handsome person.
yeah,
I don't know how he messed it up so badly.
he needs to get rid of that thing on his lip.
And why? No, but honestly, his
Oh, he has
lower
like a
body
I think
here
it's sick
is a completely different color from the rest. And
because they don't tan there.
the same with Charlie. His whole back is like the color he left England with, and he's all fun. They need to
No, 'cause they-
rotisserie chicken. They need to
That's
like,
a-
they need to spin around. Don't lay in one
Rotate,
position.
yeah.
No, but
Is
can we
there anybody
conclude
else
then? There
I've
was
got?
no because you've done everybody and none
But
of the
Esther,
guys
wait, is, I
gave.
don't like to jump. I like to go.
I
through the
just because I haven't got
evidence.
time. Brent got to go.
Oh, can I say one thing? The Barbie thing
I thought that was nice.
for a birthday party, 100%. I personally feel like it must have been so awkward to like, because they would have seen her outfit. There's no grand reveal, if you got what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
thought it was a bit awkward.
They have to carry the box. and
Right.
place her
And then
there.
she had
And
to
then she
stand
enters.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get all the boys to turn around.
You-
She enters.
I don't
and
feel like
everyone
they
turn
made
back
them turn around, you know. I think they just made them sit there, like. But I also think I feel sorry for Antigone because I really said I hope I'm saying her name right.
No, you're not.
Um,
And you know that.
equal treatment for everybody, yeah. But I feel like the Red Riding Hood thing was such an anticlimax for me.
No, but I think the boys reacted.
I
well
thought
to
that
her.
was nice.
No, I
You
said
know,
like,
red gets the guys going. You know
she
this.
has-
You love a red.
She
You love a
has
red.
all this hair. She like
Yeah.
you could have done something.
I think
like,
she looked very sexy. I feel like she performed. Like,
Who, Antigone.
yeah, I think she did.
No, I think she.
I remember the boys
but
got up. They gave her a
They
round
got
of
a stand. She
applause.
got a stand ovation from
Yeah.
everybody.
I think
Luca
she's-
won.
I think she's.
on Rex.
I think she's very likable. I also feel bad because I know it's little. I've just belittled it just before in terms of the heart rate and all of that, yeah. But to not be mentioned by anyone, okay, to not be mentioned by your person, first L, but
Yeah.
not be mentioned by
Oh,
anyone.
who's
Davide?
that person?
I don't think
Is Davide in it?
Antigone was picked by anybody's heart.
No one. She.
No, I
Danica
mean,
picked
who's her partner?
Davide.
Oh,
But she
Yeah,
wasn't.
go ahead, though.
I think none of the guys gave. I actually had to not. It made me see them in different. I just know I found it very
Yeah, women own
unattractive.
sexiness in that show.
I think I
there.
just don't like guys that dance anyway, so it really puts me off.
But they dance badly,
They
so
really
that should have
piss
been
me
alright
off.
for you.
No, because it's worse now. Because even guys
Worse.
like dance goodly. I'm
Goodly.
just like,
Yeah, Charlie was bad. Charlie was really, really bad. Charlie just
Charlie's one, yeah.
Charlie
Goodly.
just stood up and put his whole
bomb in
front
people's faces. Yeah.
in the face.
And the thing
like-
is, he just kept walking from girl to girl doing the same thing. I
he
think,
was
what
very
is
uncomfortable.
this?
But maybe we
Because you know, I
should
feel like he
him.
wasn't
It was
in his bag.
terrible.
He was. I feel like
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
his bag
not.
at all.
Like, if he could skip a challenge, he would have skipped that one.
Yeah,
Personally, for
facts.
me, I feel like that's something he's gonna have to live with for the rest of his life.
You know, he tried to rip the trouser and wasn't ripping.
Yeah, he went.
He must have stepped out of it.
It was so bad. It was so bad, and the editing as well made it look even worse.
They
It
must
looked,
play cricket.
it looked like no, but that's the thing. It looked like the girls didn't even have hope for Charlie.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the editing, I feel like they stopped the music.
No,
He was just dancing in silence. Oh, made me sick.
Guys, Tasha.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Before we get there, though,
Yeah.
I am team Davide and Ekinsu getting back. By the way, I need them to stop acting like a married couple.
I like
just
that
get back
bitch.
together.
I
Same.
like her.
They need to get back together and stop playing games. Davide loves her.
The
But
thing,
anyway.
I think Davide hasn't been challenged by anybody before, and he's never had to stay around. One thing's being challenged and then getting to go away and never see them again.
Yeah.
But to live in the same house and think, actually, compared to the two girls that I'm
Oh, yeah,
talking
definitely.
to, she's actually a good looking girl. Then on top of that, she has sex appeal. Their sex appeal levels match. Like they would both do things that would make everyone blush. I can tell already.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a marriage or love.
Oh, let's talk about the way Davide put her leg up.
Yes, and they put his knee
in-
there,
yeah,
applying pressure
yeah.
to the area that pressure should be applied.
Yeah, I saw a
Strong
screenshot of that. I was like, okay, Davide didn't come to play.
Is that sexy? I don't.
No, it's
It's not
them.
sexy. It's very.
them.
It's like vulgar.
It's crossed the boundary.
Yeah.
It's not
What's the
suggestive
boundary?
anymore.
Yeah.
As in, my knee is applying pressure to your.
And he had the
Vagina.
other leg up like this.
Yeah, and she liked it.
You know what I mean?
You're lucky Brent only ever covers the top. That would have been a meme. But no, do you know? I need to stop playing games. I need to stop playing games. Just
You
get
got too
together.
comfortable there.
Very.
I was like, yeah, that's brilliant.
No, they need to just get together, man. Stop being silly. I think it likes. I really think here that if they get together, I think they'll be one of the strongest couples in the house. I feel like they'll get it right this time. I feel like they've both seen what's out there. They're very drawn to
might
each
even
other.
win
They're
because
just
of
not
Brexit.
admitting it. They're drawn to each other. They're not admitting it. And I feel like they'll be a great couple outside as well. I really believe that.
Yeah, I got a feeling outside they're gonna play on their relationship on the
I
outside.
think,
and
yeah, because
do
they
some
flirt
type
a
of
lot
work,
and
yeah.
they joke around a lot and like
Yeah.
they want each other, yeah, but it's just like it's pride in both situations. So
Yeah.
someone has to. I do think she's let it go a little bit there because she was like, how did that? Like I just want to know, about the dance and blah
Yeah.
blah. Like
Yeah.
just trying to get where his head is at a bit,
Mm.
and he was doing the whole thing of no, well, we're friends and just having
Yeah,
love.
Davide is just playing it cool. Boy.
You're a liar.
He's like, I don't care.
But can we get to your girl now?
I saw quickly. I saw
She's
a rumor.
never gonna be
I saw a
my girl.
rumor
Yeah.
that people think that Dami and Paige like each other.
Can I say something?
On
Cam?
I will believe that.
On the
He's
low.
attracted to her. Paige is not like fish. If Paige had Vim, if Paige spoke to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and got her spirit up, she would be the most attractive babe. Do you know why? Confidence is attractive. However, there's been no space there.
Yeah.
Like I believe what Mark said when he said, because they were paired up with black girls, none of the white girls even tried it. Do you know what I mean? I believe that.
I believe that.
And I think Paige doesn't even have the minerals for that anyway. But yeah, I feel like them two on a night, because one thing that you forget when you watch Love Island is that white girls do love black men.
Yeah.
And it's not really being presented on the show like that. So
Yeah.
I think there is a chemistry there.
Yeah.
But what you go by what you want, but also what's the easiest to get. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying India is not gorgeous, whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
vicinity there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I doubt anything can happen now, even outside of the house. They might do a little
I think outside the
smash.
house is definitely can. When
Do you think?
if he and India broke up, they definitely can link up. But I do
Because
think
he's words of affirmation, and she's like, in terms of, he gives words of affirmation,
Yeah.
and she lives off of that.
Yeah.
So there is a.
but I do think like they definitely are feeling each other.
Yeah, because they're doing this best friends thing right now. That
and
I'm not buying.
And
and
you see the
like, when
kiss
they got
between
up and-
Paige and Tasha.
Yeah,
Yes.
Paige is definitely dying for it. She's a freak, that little girl.
Paige.
But yeah,
Yes,
she's
innit?
definitely.
Oh, Tasha.
But I do think as well. No, freak.
Tasha's a
Paige.
freak as well, though.
I think Paige is.
But
definitely
Paige is a real, like, Paige is the one that says she's done a foursome, like,
You know, like the quiet girls are the ones that like they be.
the thing about Paige,
What is
Paige
it?
is what many girls have, which is she's got her inner, do you know what I mean?
She's had to
But she needs to be in a safe place to do it.
To get it
Yeah.
out.
She needs to feel like you adore me, you like me, so now let's do
Mm.
fuckery.
Unleash.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
girls are like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of girls are like that. You make them
Yeah.
feel comfortable, genuinely, and they look for genuine comfort, not
Yeah, not
pretend
that.
comfort.
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean?
get that.
You can feel
So,
it.
but yeah, so Tasha, we're not going to spend long on Tasha because
She's a nuisance.
Tasha has violated. No, do you know what I tweeted? Do you know what, Andrew? It's your life, live it. Like I
No,
gave
because
up.
I'm trying to help you. You don't want
No,
to hear me.
I don't even want to.
Carry on.
I can only ride with you for so long, right?
Yeah.
So Tasha has violated Andrew at every possible opportunity. Then gaslit him when it was clear to everybody he was being violated. Then prioritize how she came across to everybody else in the house over how she came across to him. Now she's decided, I care about being liked more than I care about getting on with every single person. So I'm going to tell Andrew I'm ready to settle down.
Yeah.
I did see when Tasha was dancing though, why he gags for Tasha, because
Yeah.
Tasha looked stunning.
Mm.
Like as in, they're not in the same league, I think. And not, obviously league is subjective, but
Yeah.
I think he's fully aware that this kind of beauty, I don't see every day. I want to make it work.
Mm.
Boom. Anyway, now his heart rate, her heart beats for him. I don't know what she did to her heart. Maybe too much salt, but it was beating for him. He did his first crime that he couldn't control, which was, who did he choose? India. This is an ally of the Black Lives Movement. Anyway, with all of that being said, I feel like she did too much. And she even tried to compare her plight to Paige's plight. What I realized, misery loves company.
Yeah.
They both sat there and they were like, yeah, we both got like the wrong end of the stick. One of them is lusting for their ex. I can hear Paige's reaction a little bit. Your man has chosen you to his own detriment every single time because his heart did a skip for Black Beauty, my sis. All that. We can't control it. Yo,
Andrew got a fetish.
I don't know what it was. And you know what? He's probably never seen that handstand twerk thing.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
He probably said,
Everyone was more impressed than Dami was.
He was doing a little drum thing.
Luca was like
blown away. But you need to understand where they come from, yeah? Because I told you, like, one of my favorite things to do in terms of staying healthy is white women healthy dancing. Like, I love it. I love all of that. Not saying white women can't dance, but when you go to a dance,
have you seen Victor Kunda's TikTok?
Of course.
It's in the gypsy woman.
No, literally. Like, I love it. I think it's just fair. Just let your body go. But I feel like that's what it is. Like, these guys have not seen choreographed, bashment inspired.
Twerking,
Do you know what I mean? They ain't seen that before. So they were like, did she just do the handstand crouching tiger? That is insane. So that's what they were doing. It was like more of a fascination. Tasha did what people be doing, gripsing and grinding. Like, no,
I just think she's annoying, man. She's so annoying.
Entitled. It's insane. The rules are different for her.
Like, and it's like, it's not like,
she doesn't get called out on it.
You spent 2 days and you had the cheek to tell this man that if he picked you in a recoupling, you may not sleep in the same bed with him. And you're upset because his body naturally gyrated towards another woman than you.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like she's making I feel like she just loves attention. If attention is not on her, she has to bring it back to her because even the way she reacted, exploded with him, it was so like out of left field. Like he was just talking to her casually. Yeah. And she's like, I can't do this anymore. Shut up, man. Gosh. She gets my nerves. And don't you feel like everyone else was trying to feed? I feel like because she did the whole thing of like drama. Yeah. India tried it. I said, now girl.
India tried it.
You know
small.
what? But she tried it with a Nigerian man.
Tried it small.
And he said to her,
because he was like, even yours did.
We both did the same thing.
That's what I'm thinking. Her claim wasn't valid because they both didn't.
But neither was Paige. I'm sorry. I get that. That's his ex share.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
My thing is that, yes, your man ain't rating you, but this is not the hill that you use. This is not the weapon.
Her heart didn't go for Jax, yeah. Jax has got the fact that Jem is his ex to lean on. Yeah. What's your excuse,
and
man?
also, how accurate are these heart rate monitors?
They're accurate, man.
Do you see David try to say was a flaw in the system?
Yeah. Did you say that?
Yeah. He's kind of funny.
That funny still, yeah.
I find it funny, man. But no, I was like to Paige, I was like, at least Jackson say that, okay, that's my ex. I had flashbacks. That's a valid thing. I can't control.
It was mad to say it though.
It's mad to say it, but
it's mad to say
it's very mad, but it's a reality, right? Babes, what's your excuse? What are you flashbacking on? Who was it she had a thing for?
Yeah. Who Paige won? Paige
Jay.
was...
Oh no, she didn't have a thing for Jay.
No, who was Paige's...
Was it Luca?
I feel bad for Jay.
I think it was Luca.
It was Luca.
Yeah, it was Luca, yeah.
And then Luca is... Luca. Did you see when I say that in the... When Gemma did her dance here, I say... This kind of thing to make someone say I'm in love. Yeah. And nearly got there. I said, shut up, you're already there. I can't believe it.
He said, I can't believe it. I think he said stuff that's like pertains to the idea of love. But people that kind of throw that love word around anyway is a bit... This is the same guy that wanted to rip everyone's clothes off in the first week. Suddenly got tied down
I told you guys, he don't even like her.
He's not in love with her.
I think he's just lustfully attracted to her.
To Gemma after trying to heal the guy that Gemma dashed away in the first... My man left, remember? You know the guy that was there first?
Yeah,
Liam.
Yeah.
She sent him packing. So I just feel like this guy is somebody he's very emotion-led. He's very of the moment. You never know what's going to happen. And if Gemma was a normal girl in terms of gave him energy back, I don't think he would even be half as interested. Obviously, Michael Owen and that. Yeah. Do you see Michael Owen's tweet?
Yeah, it was like cover face.
But did you see someone said, you want to cover your face now, but your eyes were bright open when your daughter was linking a man older than her in school uniform?
Oof, yeah.
So that's a read, child.
Harsh reality.
You can't be on Twitter.
That's a read.
Do you know what's Twitter, yeah? This door is open, but also this door. Yeah. You can throw everyone out, but people are going to push shit in.
This you?
This you? Literally, this you? Yeah, I was shy for them. But basically, tonight, we've got a recoupling.
Yeah.
Danica is safe again because the girls get to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they doing this? Why are they making the girls pick? The guys need to pick because Danica and Antigone, they're just here, man.
No, but I think
They need to go.
the guys picked last time, remember?
Okay,
But there was
okay.
no one dumped. This time someone's gonna be dumped because they've added Charlie now. So I think Jay's out. Who we predicting is out?
Who likes Charlie?
No, because do you know what it is? Ekinsu is still annoyed with Jay. Do you see how she played pretend to slap?
Yeah,
him?
Eccles, might fuck around and pick Davide.
No, but
Yeah, she will. She will pick that.
I don't see Eccles picking
Unless
Charlie
Antigone
or Jay.
says something.
because basically
first.
the way did you guys see the preview? Is basically like Ekin has a decision to make. So I think she's gonna go last. Actually, no, she might go first because that kind of ruins everything. Because if she picks Davide, Danica and them are gonna have to pick.
So then who the hell's picking
Charlie.
Jay?
Really, not gonna lie, I'm
I think Charlie's
a
probably
big lover of people enjoying the experience, but Love Island is due some dropouts. Like
Yeah.
we have
No.
way too
I think we
many
need
lodgers.
two couple dumping.
Danica,
Yeah,
Charlie, and Antigone need to go.
No, but
I know all three
Okay,
can't go
yeah,
at
yeah,
once,
yeah,
but those
yeah.
are the three that need to go,
Yeah.
basically.
at this point, I don't think Charlie, Antigone and Thingy are in there.
so
Right.
with that anyway, guys, we'll keep you up to date.
Yeah.
Yas.
Let's head into the.
What was that? What was that?
Let's head into Wellness Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday.
We're heading to outro, babes.
What's that?
Oh, we're going straight to outro.
There's a note, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
then.
sorry, I wasn't even looking at
Shit.
the
All right, then, guys. I have some exciting news to share with you guys after this as well.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
let's.
off
So is it just outro?
Yeah, babes, it says straight to outro.
Okay, sorry, child. All right then. All right then, guys.
We're on the clock.
All right, that's it.
Guys, well, shout out to all our hosts. That's
No, you
us.
have to introduce it, babes.
Oh.
You're very rattled. You have to say straight. We're gonna head into the outro. Like, you have to
Oh,
introduce
like
a bit
the
of
way I
music.
usually do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right then, guys. Well, we've taken you all the way to Love Island, so now time to take you home. Let's head into the outro. It's the pressure.
See yourself, we love you.
Yeah, of course. Yo, beautiful people. So shout out to all our hosts, guys. We gave you exactly what you asked for, and as well as what we usually give you, which is an amazing show.
That's
Shout out
right.
to everyone who tunes in. Shout out to everyone who comments. You guys are the real MVPs and man of the match. Is that the thing? Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
man of the
There
match.
you go.
Yep.
Women in sports.
So done.
So shout out to them. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you comment, share the videos, comment what you think. If you want to send in any voice notes or text messages, send it into 075 6484 1073. Now, guys, remember, we've told you why this is important, but we will be moving to a new platform. And when we do that, that means you guys get to watch us live. And also you get to participate in the show in a way like no other show can do.
Mhm.
So make sure you stay tuned for all of that stuff. These guys are going to explain. Oh, I'm not going to say too much. Right, okay, cool. And then also, guys, if you want to feature on the show or inquire about the show, email the team at the day after at thenewblack.com.